Hello there, my little waves in the weathering. It is me, your favorite sock, the one that got away, the one that disappeared behind the washing machine, forever gone. I've come back to you to tell you all about Wuthering Waves. It's fucking awful, I hate it here, good lord. Why do you keep insisting I play this? Well, let's be honest, it's mostly my own insistence. There's like a certain amusement I get out of watching this, like a horrific bloody train crash just plowing into like a bus full of children. Like, god damn, that's horrific, but wow, look how far that one went. Good lord. He's gonna reach the top. He's gonna reach the top of the trees. Holy shit! You know, just like, you know, because it's slow motion, you're appreciating it all. Like, well, you know, at a certain point, you got to go beyond horror and just kind of enter the realm of, damn, that's impressive. And that's where we are with Wuthering Waves. In regard to the story, most of the other stuff's pretty good, but we aren't up to the point where I will review this game. We are not up to the point where I put my cards on the table and tell you all how to feel. Because as a YouTuber, or I guess in this case more or less a streamer, you are to download my opinion and accept it as gospel. Because what else would you do? I'm right. Aren't I? I figured that's how this works. Everyone just listens to me and then follows exactly what I say? Let us hope. Now, we are going to continue on to the new story, because we just finished Pavlova's story. Now, Pavlova's story was interesting in that apparently Pavlova's story is considered one of the best of this era of Wuthering Waves, which is in the patch 2.0 period. Wuthering Waves fans assure me that this was the better one, and the next two are apparently pretty mid story-wise. Now, that's kind of harrowing, to be honest, because let's be fair here. I played through Pavlova's story. I was there. You can look at the VODs. And my opinion was, if that is what you call good, I am fucking terrified by what you call mid. We will see, we will see, we will see. Ugh. Now, I have decided that I will continue past 3.0 rather than giving my opinion right at the end of 2.0. I say that simply because at this point in time, there's no point reviewing something that's been different for like fucking a year at this point. You just gotta go forward, come back, and you know, then you talk about, just get up to date is what I'm trying to say. I only tune in to compile enough footage for over a 10-hour smear campaign, a video, and several Google Docs. But what do I even say that's Google Doc worthy? Like, I don't say anything, like, perfectly cut out of context. Like, I don't know, it was me, I was at Auschwitz. Like, I don't say anything particularly incriminating. It was me, Barry! I got nothing. I'm just a boring motherfucker. There's no, let me think, is there anything I can actually say? Oh, I got it. I'm scared of women, so, because, they're scary, so I just stopped talking to them. No, I'm kidding. I was actually, I saw another one of those posts from women the other day where it was like, some girl was complaining about dating or something, and she was like, I date these people, and then they just, I say no when they ask them out, and then they have the goddamn, audacity to just stop and not even try. But I think it was like, it's gotta be bait at this point. At a certain point, you gotta realize it's bait. Because I think even women at this point know that that's like a massive meme and cope that everyone fucking hates. Like, good lord, who actually like thinks like that? Who's like, you know, like a fucking child? There's probably people. That's I shouldn't have said that. There's probably a bunch of people. Women cringe. True. They're getting women are in trouble. Women are getting mogged by anime girls. I think there's a I'm gonna be honest for you women. The women that are existing somewhere out there that may stumble across this in some, you know, drunken rage after their favorite Labubu is denied entry into via customs because it's filled with heroin. And if you found yourself here, I have to say, Y'all gonna get fucking ruined by anime girls once the robots get really going. Like, you're laughing at fucking Wally right now, going down the street with your kebabs in it. When they start pulling out the Womb Force 5000 and we start getting T-dolls thrown into the mix, I think you're done for. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. But at that point, you're fucking rolled. You're rolled. You should be very careful. I'm just saying, like, approach with care. Approach with care. I'm not here to make fun of you. I'm here to just give you the fucking lowdown. Hey there, Arctic. Oh, hey there, Vec. It should have been Yuri. Yeah, well, yes. In regard to this, like, not everything needs to be Yuri, but I think it should have been. And it wouldn't have actually been Yuri, actually. Like, legitimately. You know what it would have been? It would have been fucking bisexual. Because if I play as Rover female, it would have been Yuri. If I played as Rover male, it would have been, like, full-on fucking hetero. So it's literally, they should have just gone for it. Like, they should have gone for it. It should, you know what? I would have given fucking credit to Wuthering Waves if they had implied that Rover female and Rover male had a romantic relationship with, or potentially a romantic relationship with Pherova. I would have been, whoa, a fucking romantic relationship that was predicated on the past history? That would have been such more of a drama, like, thing. I would have been like, whoa, all right. Bisexuality is also Yuri. I guess it has, in this case, it would have Yuri. I have seen bisexual harem. There's not very many bisexual harems in anime. Usually it just kind of comes down to, like, you know, one or the other. Maybe with a meme character thrown in the list, or like or a trap. Not everything has to be Yuri, but, well, I don't know how that's gonna get me ruined, Arctic. Do you feel like you're about to put that in the Google Doc along with Skeleton? No, I think Yuri really has been getting fucked over by just fans that have really gone too far. I mean, everyone has them, I guess. Because it's interesting. Every time I see, like, arguments by Yuri fans or the Yuri fans discussions and stuff online, I see that shit, and more often than not, it is just like, good lord, can you guys stop the fucking stuff? You're just going way too far. Like, just going off their rocker. They keep obsessing over things being like canon Yuri and stuff. Like, what is your problem? Just fucking sit here. Okay, this is my advice to anyone who's like sitting around being like, I want everything to be Yuri. Just as long as you don't, like, follow that up with, yes, it's actual Yuri, it's real canon, you're probably fine. There's probably a bit of trolling going on there as well. But man, half the fucking reason that people get upset at the various current Yuri fans is because they can't just, like, turn around and be like, yeah, it's just my, you know, silly headcanon or something I would enjoy seeing for funnies. Like, you just calm the fuck down. You don't have to force it on everyone. Like, I would love to see Pavlova and Rover Yuri. That'd be great. That does not mean that I'm somehow turning around and declaring it be canon that fucking two characters are bumping vaginas. Like, come on. I think it's one of the biggest traits. It's like, it's one of those traits where it's like, wow, this is such an easy thing to fix. And just stop being obsessed with making everything be Yuri canon, and you'll be accepted. If every single Yuri post, unhinged Yuri post, simply had attached to it, in my head, or like, this is totally the best Yuri ever, in my head, people wouldn't care. People wouldn't give a single flying fuck. It's just the insistence on making it true. And I think there's, like, a lot of fandoms lately have been getting some bad fucking rap because of their fans going off the fucking reservation, especially with, like, you know, you see stuff like Love and Danger or whatever, the fucking woman gacha game in China, their fans going fucking bananas on anything that sexualizes women, yet sitting there being like, yes, it's okay when we do it to men. Like, that kind of shit. Like, it's all going off the rails a bit. I don't need to make a Google Doc. I don't make a Google Doc. I make enough reports to work at work to make me puke. Oh, God. Data entry. Oh, no, please, no. Not everything must be Yuri. Some stuff should be Bara too. I see. Maybe we should go in the different direction where you know what? Could you imagine this? This would be pretty funny. Like, just in the point of, like, making people upset and angry. Imagine if they had, like, a gacha game, maybe in Wuthering Waves, where they confirmed two characters were actually in a romantic Yuri relationship. Like, they just confirmed it. the main character comes in and just like cucks the other one, and go out of your way when you're playing the male character for her to say it was just a phase. God, could you imagine the threads? Fuck me, they'd be so mad. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be amazing. Oh, that'd be amazing. Speaking of gacha games and sexuality, though, I did see that not Wuthering Waves, Zenless Zone Zero must really have a very heavy male player base, because apparently they've admitted that they might be like stopping making male character roles. Like there might only be women going forward. And I was like, wow, I guess they really went and messed up that in a way. Because like I always thought that they were going down the, oh, we'll have our men as well type of thing. You know, we got our cool guys and cool girls. But I didn't realize maybe they're just not making any money off that. I suppose men are the ones who would spend money on gacha games of that type, at least. So I guess that's the situation you end up in. Honestly, I'm a big fan of just having more insane storylines more than anything. Half the gacha games are just like fucking Kuro games. Not Kuro games, like Wuthering Waves. As I've discussed, and will discuss at length, just these games, they have the same fucking plot 5 times over. It doesn't change. It's just like same fucking mystery box bullshit, amnesia, save chosen one, save the world, go adventure, new area, 5 new girls, they all end up in the same position. Like there's no like deep long-term story. Like, oh man, I've been reading through some of the final events for Girls Frontline lately, and it just reminds me every time I turn it on, man, with a little bit of sacrifice, just a little bit of sacrifice of your shitty plot, you could have some amazing shit, man. We could have some amazing shit with these stories. Wuthering Waves could look this gorgeous and also be really peak storytelling. We just don't have that because they want to try and get that squeeze that every little dollar. And then I'm sitting here going, man, you could do it. Just give me that good story. Just come on. God, well, that's why gacha games, I think, forever like have a bit of a suffering. I know that it's funny because they're one of the best places to get like an anime-esque storyline going forward, or better for characters, but when it comes to actual long-term story, they just keep fucking up. God, that would be God, that would get your studio office firebombed. It would, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. Good lord. Yeah, yeah, we get some unfortunate situations, and you're not even lying. I'm not even kidding, because like the truth is, people are fucking insane when they get deep into something. I think it would only maybe work, and I say this is a true maybe, if they did this right at the start of a new story. If it was a new gacha, they introduced like some Yuri girl who loses, like maybe this is how you'd soften it. You'd introduce like this girl who had a childhood friend who she loved, who was like a girl, and they were both girls, and like we have a scene, like a full-on scene where they passionately made out when they were younger. And then the other girl died, and then we skip forward to the modern day where she meets the gacha protagonist, goes through their adventures, and then they make out or have romantic tensions. That would be the way you'd get away with it in a new gacha right at the start. Because if you put it into an existing gacha or in a gacha at a far point, holy shit, you'd get firebombs. It'd be crazy. I'd love it. 10 out of 10. But then again, I'm more into that stuff. Honestly, I also would be more into the idea of a villain, because I know I've complained about this at length, because obviously Wuthering Waves has done a very poor job with its deeper lore, and the rover in particular. But if they made the rover's memories in the past have a romantic, like someone who was romantically interested in them, and that person was a villain, like let's say Pavlova, but a villain, like they actually like had a sexual or romantic relationship with the rover, or even attempted at it, or whatever, and then like even one of the gods that the rover made, and they are upset and angry because the rover killed themselves for this world, and like maybe the world itself, like their death didn't actually result in what they wanted to happen, and like this character is like, my love died, I love you, you are the final like thing left behind in this fucked up world that I actually care for, but you're still not that person. And then they have this interesting like romantically charged hatred and love, like a flip side hatred and love of the main character, and like this desire to like burn the world down. I'd be like, you know what? Fucking based. 10 out of 10, as you say, Arctic. In the past, in the subreddit for GFL2, in a post about the story from the first one, someone replied with, the Gooners of GFL2 would never understand. To a degree, yes. I think that's something I really do want to talk about at length, but I'm not sure where I can talk about that. Like, in terms of a video, like something I'd love to talk about in a video to explain to people. And I think it'd have to come up in my GFL2 discussion. But I am very pro-Gooner. Gooners be good. Gooners be good. But the truth of it is, I think that GFL2 really has gone so hard into the gooning, and not just the gooning, because the gooning's one thing, but I really think the big issue is the romantic, like, harem tension on the underside, which I really do see as a big negative to GFL2. Because you know why people in gacha games don't like seeing their waifu die, or waifu get harmed, or, like, suffer? They don't like those things because they love those characters. They have come to care for those characters in a romantic, deep sense, so they don't want those things to happen, and they yell at people, they argue their wallet, they leave the game because of those romantic things. Now, in GFL 2, we are so deep in the romance shit, whereas in GFL 1 we really weren't, outside of the side events, that I think it's now like not really possible or reasonable for a lot of the devs to like do harm to those girls as much as they could have. In the past, they could have done way more. And I think that's a fundamental problem that the GFL2 will suffer going forward. I need to catch up, just for reference here. And as much as you're yelling at me that they might be doing some cool stuff now, from what I had played, it did feel like that. It felt like there was a new layer between the suffering and the girls, and I feel like it was on the back of this romance element, harem element. It's why I call GFL2 the Commander's victory tour. This is what the Commander deserves after the suffering of GFL1. And it kind of does harm elements, it harms elements of GFL going forward in its story. And I'm hopeful that they can overcome that. I think the only way they're going to overcome that and show me that they can overcome that is by giving us a good old-fashioned, the military betrayal arc, singularity type situation in GFL 2. And I don't know if we can pull that off because we're so far in. I don't know. I just don't know if they can do it anymore. I'm hopeful. This is a lot of cope and a lot of fear mixed together, I know, but it is what it is. I wonder when Wuwai is going to drop the McDonald's collab event. I'm drunk. How's the Wuwai arguing? It's going all right. It's going all right. We're not really arguing about Wuwai right now as so much as I'm discussing ideal gacha games and gacha games in general. I do see that they've got the collab event for Cyberpunk, which yeah, I should totally play because then I can convince people to watch my fucking Cyberpunk video. Because god damn it, guys, I really like that. You know, I like Cyberpunk. I think it was a great anime, the Cyberpunk intro anime. I made that video. It was one of the videos I was kind of like shocked that it didn't do as well. Like, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you guys because like obviously it's, you know, Cyberpunk Edge Runners is really popular, but I was like, damn, I just did not expect it only to get 7,000 views. I was like, what the fuck, man? It is what it is there. But like, man, maybe I'll use that as an excuse to yell at people to make them go watch go watch my video on Edge Runners. Like, god damn it, go watch my Edge Runners videos. I've also watched that video like 3 times. Now that's how I know no, that makes me feel even worse. I've probably got like some fans who have watched my videos like 3 times or something on that, and it's still only got 7,000. Fuck, that means unique view-wise it got even less. No! Damn it. It's just how it is. It is what it is, I suppose. Some things just kind of hit with the algorithm, some things don't. I often wonder, it's why like sometimes you might see me do some odd censorship in that I'll do a workaround. Like, I hate censorship, but you know, sometimes you do a workaround for instead of using a certain word. And sometimes I think it's funnier that using the workarounds for certain things, you know, rather than saying like, I don't know, some stupid thing that tomorrow YouTube might consider a slur, like foid. Foid might be considered a slur by next week. But I'll still say it though because it's funny. But point being that you got to wonder, like, when you see something like that, like, wow, it's so popular, and all my other videos did really well. Why would this one do so poorly? And it's like, who knows? It's hard to tell. And like, as a YouTuber, I think that's like something a lot of YouTubers go through. And it's also the fact that once you're in there, it's hard to look out. You're in there going, whoa, I did so well in this video. Why is it doing well? And then you'll turn around and you go, did I do well? Or am I just fucking coping? You know, that's just how it is. Got to talk about GFL. Yeah. I love drinking. Well, great. Drinking's good. When's the new video coming out? Right now, the current video is at around 28 minutes long. I'm officially making something that can be called a small film. I've gone off the fucking deep end. Holy shit. And when I tell you I'm gone off the deep end, I'll put it to you too. Every single major character in this massive fucking anime, I have had a part that I talk about. Every single one. I have lost my mind. I have lost my fucking mind. Like, I don't even think it's a funny video anymore. It's just a cry for help in that I'm just losing myself. I've been working on this video for so long that it's kind of gone insane. I'm not even kidding when I say this video is going to get to 30. I made a joke in the video, I make a joke about, I'd go into depth about these other characters, but then the video would be 47 minutes long. And I'm reaching the point where I'm getting a little bit of fucking sweat on the back of my neck being like, brother, we might reach 47 minutes at this rate. Fuck me. Holy shit. What are we going to do? And I can already tell there's going to be comments that are somewhere along the lines of, thank you for not providing the spoiler version. Otherwise, it'd be 47 minutes as opposed to 37 minutes that we got. And I'm like, fuck. That's what's happening. That's what's coming. You should play Muse Bash while you are drunk. It's a great game. My go-to game when drunk is Doom Eternal. I just have downloaded the new setup. Oh, Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal for a drunk game. Personally, my drunk game is... what do I play when drunk? Oh, yes. The most inexplicit shit. The last time I got so drunk, because let's be honest, I don't get super drunk all the time. I'm a normie boy. I barely drink outside of social situations because I'm like, well, I don't have the money to fucking buy gin. I don't have the money to have a goddamn alcoholic, be an alcoholic. God, it's like having the money to be a fucking goddamn. You got the money to be a gambler? Well, la-dee-da, Mr. Rich Pants. Fuck, I don't have the money to have vice. Anyway, point being, the last time I was drunk in the drunk game I played in my lifetime, these are just in my lifetime, was fucking Saya no Uta. Yeah, drunk. That was not for the first time. I just played it. I played a second time while at a friend's place. Played Saya no Uta while drunk. That was terrifying. And the other one I played while drunk was another visual novel. I can't remember the name of it, but you could beat up a girl and use like scissors, and you were gonna kill her with the heroin. Like, she was like a bully of one of the main girls, and you eventually crack along with the main girl, and like you get like scissors and you're gonna rip out her eyes. It was great. I remember being really happy because I was playing that not alone. I was playing that with like a whole group, like there's a whole group of friends, like a whole group of guys. I want you to imagine this situation. Playing a pornographic VN, a whole group of boys, a full-on sausage fest of boys, all sitting around, drunk as fuck, playing this visual novel about these like high school kids who are like fucking about to murder her bully. And we're all just going, murder her, fucking rip her eyes out. Yeah, it was great. Oh man, that was fun. Horny and drunk is a bad combo. It is a bad combo, but I was not horny. I was playing fucking Saya no Uta. I was scared. I didn't even reach the horny parts. I was just scared. and with the other one, I guess there was some horniness, but it didn't devolve into some sort of horrific, disgusting orgy where all the boys just looked at each other and said, "Well, unfortunately, the Fujo dreams didn't happen." But no, man, I fucking I've done some good games streaming drunk, but honestly, I'd only do it. I'd probably only do it with you guys if I had the money. I'd probably need to. You know what I'd need to do? I'd need to set up a throne. You know those fucking VTuber things like the throne where everyone shows in and they throw money and stuff? You'd set up a throne, and all it would have is it would have like a massive plastic jug of the cheapest swill vodka you could imagine. That's it. That's it. That's all it would be. And I'd be like, all right, you want me to fucking stream drunk? That's all you get. Then we'll play games when I'm drunk. I don't know, I shouldn't do that actually, because that would probably be like fucking, it'd probably be like motor oil or whatever, like just horrific stuff, and I'd get so black out within a minute that I'd just lose brain cells and never be able to make my video again. Oh, my video. I felt bad last few, I felt bad like a week ago. I was, like last week I was sick. A week before that, I was having some struggling as well with the script. This week, I did get some stuff done so far, but it has been a slog. Man. We're getting closer though. We're getting closer to finishing off our 30 fucking minute video. Well, it's going to be over 30 minutes at this point. If you say no, Uta doesn't make you horny, you're not weird enough. No. I didn't reach the horny parts. I didn't reach like any of the hentai when I was drunk when I was playing it. Like I was playing like I remember playing the early parts and just freaking out like a crazy person because I was so off my tit drunk. I was just playing it going, the noises scare me. Why does it sound like an industrial factory in here? There's scary blood monsters everywhere. Ah! It was great. At least put the good stuff on that list. That's true. I should probably, if I was going to make a throne for alcohol, I should probably put the good stuff on there. I swear to God, I'm not drunk. Let's play the Steam malware game with busty anime girls. Nothing bad will happen. True. Let's download this Bitcoin miner. It's fine. I love me a good old Bitcoin miner. It's good because I feel like I'm involved. I feel like I'm special. I've been mined with the Bitcoin. I'm here too, is what I like to feel. I'm involved. I'm with them. Speaking of games though, did you guys watch the State of Play? Y'all watch the State of Play? Fuck, man. I kind of didn't give a fuck about anything. Nope. Okay. Yeah, no. All right. You didn't miss out on much, in my opinion. Other people probably say different. In my opinion, the only one that kind of interests me, the only thing that interests me was like a spooky game where it had like, some sort of giant monster like bursting through a wall, and like I was like, ooh, cool. It's like some sort of Resident Evil monster stuff. Like maybe I could play that if it has a gun. If not, I'm just gonna cry. Oh, Control Resonant. I did see that. I played the first Control. It was all right. I don't know how. Like, here's the thing. I didn't fall in love with it though. So we'll see. Ill. That's Ill. That's the one I saw. Ill. I did like Ill. I didn't give a single. I know a lot of people were hyped for like the fucking Wolverine one. I don't give a fuck. I don't know. Cape Slop. Cape Slop is Cape Slop to me. I have a friend who is a streamer, and one of his viewers super chatted him 500 USD while drunk. Once the guy realized what he did, he begged to give the streamer friend. He begged my streamer friend to give him back his 500 back. See, here's the thing, guys. If one of you motherfuckers is stupid enough to send me $500, damn it, I can't even lie. I don't think I did. I don't even think I. Fuck me. I don't think I could just take it if you were drunk as fuck. I'd probably just give it back. Even if I know, because like there's a thing on it that says like I literally put on like I think both in like the donation link for the Twitch and for the just down in the thing, it's like no take backsies is written in there. And I do believe that. I hate people who would fucking, gift money and then just get the chargeback. Like I fucking hate people who would gift money just for like the attention or whatever. And I do believe like, once you give something, don't give it back. That's fucking cringe, bro. Mostly on the back, not that mostly on the back if I see it on other VTubers and stuff, especially the ones that like go, like the VTubers who have people show up, say, hello, I want attention. Here's $500. And now I'm gonna like charge back later, like, hee, I got my attention from a woman. Like that's cringe as fuck. But if one of you guys were drunkenly sending me $500 like a fucking idiot, I'd like take your money and get out of here, you goddamn idiot. Like, like, oh god, you're so stupid. Plus, the way that chargebacks work on PayPal, it'd be a fucking nightmare to actually enforce that thing. That's why most people put it into the text and stuff. Aside, because there's a slight chance that like PayPal will listen, but the other side, PayPal is almost always on the side of the consumer when it comes to like sending money and stuff like that. It's just how it is. I think they have to be because of bank reasons and whatnot. But all the other games I looked at, I know everyone was pretty hyped for the God of War. And now here's the thing where I reveal my tourist nature. I have not played any God of War game. But here's the thing. I have sat down and watched every single... Okay, almost every single God of War game, I watched a compilation of playing through those games. So I vicariously played through them. No commentary, fucking HD playthroughs. That's what I did. Wait, what are you guys talking about? Oh shit! You tipped me money? Oh my god, $5.80. Are you drunk? Are you drunk? Are you drunk? What's going on here? I'm not drunk. Not 500. I'm not drunk enough yet. Damn! Almost got him, boys. Almost got him. We're getting there. Drink more. Yeah. Wait, what was the donation image? I was like looking away. What was the donation image? Yes. Wait, what? I put that up so long ago that I've forgotten what the donation image is. I am not even kidding. What was the donation image? I know I put up something fucking retarded. It was probably something actually insane. Just tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. Oh, I don't want to have to look it up afterwards. Wait, sorry. Let me scroll back up so I can read some of this chat. He did give money back, but YouTube... Oh, shit! YouTube already took 30%. Oh, man, that's so fucked. Yeah, you were fucked. You donated. Oh, they take percentage. You gotta remember that. That's why I've got the PayPal set up. PayPal won't actually take the money until you confirm it go through, I think. So it's pretty good like that. By the way, you can go piss on Pherova's paradise by walking into the mirror and invading her mind, basically, so that might excite you. I can... Are you suggesting I forcefully penetrate Pherova? God damn. You sicken me. No, I don't hate her. No, I don't hate her. Remember, I must say, like, I know I've said a lot of mean things about Pavlova, but it's not hate so much as it is, pardon me, so much as it is a profound disappointment with what she could have been. Like, I see her, but I'm not seeing her. I'm seeing what she could have been, you know? Which is why I bully her a little bit. Luckily, I've never had large amounts of money to send people while drunk. That's what it is. I see it now. I mean, thanks for this. 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine. Thank you for that. Money for the drunk driving Yuri. Drunk driving Yuri. And also, yes, okay, I know what it is. I'll explain that image now. That image is one that my artist friend, because occasionally I have artist friend who makes stuff for me. Mainly because on the back of I'm cheap and I couldn't afford any other artist except for the one that I have personal connections with. Although I do offer to pay my artist, but they rarely ever fucking send me like they're like no. So yes, that was a pregnant Stell from Star Rail. She's happily rubbing her pregnant belly, chibi form, of course. Congratulations, you get to see the cursed images that I put in for the fucking random donations and stuff ages ago and they just forgot about. I hope I don't get in trouble with Twitch for that. Fuck. But thank you for the money. I will use it for booze. No, actually I wouldn't lie to you guys. I would use it just to fucking buy more editing software. If it came down to it. God, I don't want to buy editing software. That's why I play... You want to know the editing software I use? DaVinci Resolve free version. Because it's free. Luckily, they never sent a large amount of money to people. The worst they've ever done is getting myself banned in streams and kicked from... Yeah. I can see that. You know, you get too drunk, start breaking the rules. Just a tip, I noticed Detective doesn't get notifications. I used to. It's really weird. See, I used to get like a little sound effect... But now it just doesn't work anymore. I'm going to have to look into that. I always say that I'll look into those things. But, you know, it never really came up because nobody fucking donates or anything. So I just never cared. It's just because you guys are sending money to see the fucking pregnant image. You know what? I'll update and add a new pregnancy art because, believe it or not, I've had that artist make 2 pregnant characters. One of them's going to be in the new video. Just although I didn't make it specifically for that video. Pregnant, HR, yeah, HR protagonist, yep. Credit cards, don't care much, care about this too much. Most credit cards, the worst limit is like 200. Oh yeah. 6ix9ine, hell yeah, nice. Not even a pirated version. No, because I'm terrified. You know why I don't do a pirate version? I mean, you know, you'd think, oh wow, detective, you're like really money conscious, and you literally have the income of, I don't know, a rock. Yeah. What are you gonna fucking? Why don't you use a pirate version? Because I know people who used pirate versions, and you know what happened? Somehow or another, through their insanity, they got their entire fucking accounts hacked. And this somehow led to them losing all of their shit. Every single bit. And also, not to mention, living with all of the risk of like, downloading a bad pirated version or not having the up-to-date best shit you could possibly have, even if it's in the free version. Like, I just was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not interested. I'm just going to use the free version. You know what I miss out on for not using the free version? I miss out on a handful of fucking effects that I don't use anyway. And I miss out on the fact that I can't, there's a slight, I could export my video a little faster and a little bit higher quality. And I'm like, if the difference between my video taking off is like 2.5% of like the quality being not quality, like crunching a little bit, then it was never going to take off in the first place. I spend all the money you guys give me in terms of the Patreon money, in terms of the view money and all that on two things: maintaining the fact that I can keep making videos and quality for the videos. But I don't waste that money on fucking buying the upgraded version of DaVinci Resolve. That would be a fucking waste of money. I would maybe do that in like a high level point of like video making. I could see myself still using the free version if my channel was making bank. How much do you contribute to society? Nothing. Well, no, I laugh. I tell a lie. I have a lot of like jobs that actually revolved around a lot of like important shit. With all of my stuff I did. I won't go into the specifics, obviously, but I used a lot of stuff with neuroscience and psychology and a whole bunch of other like kind of stuff like that. I think I gave some good I contributed pretty well to society, I think. But now I am a drain. I am a drain on society. However, I'm not actually a drain on society, because despite the fact that I have no full-on job, right? I have no full-on job. I'm just living off savings. So just savings is all I'm living off. I'm just using my YouTube stuff just cuts into my like rent and other bills and stuff. Just cuts in. It doesn't stop them at all. Just cuts into them a little bit. Because remember, my whole thing is that I'm just budgeting really well. I don't even suckle off the government. I don't even get money for the government for doing nothing. Because, like, you know what? I probably could. I could probably convince the Australian government to give me like $300 a week for no reason. I could probably go in there, put on a sob story and say, I'm just a poor bean. Give me some fucking cash, but daddy government. But you know why I don't? Because I have principles. I don't deserve that money. That's a lie. It's because it's really annoying. But I don't because I honestly, I fucking, okay. I know I should, because honestly, I don't blame people who bludge off the government or whatever, because if it's there, fucking take it, man. Fucking take it. Just do it. Just do it. I know, like, in an abstract sense, this is my tax money type thing. In an abstract sense, yeah, my tax money. And I would prefer loopholes would be removed and like everyone would fairly approach whatever the fuck they're doing for any given system. But that doesn't mean I don't understand anyone fucking using it. If there's a fucking tool there, you use it. It's called an advantage. And if someone's stupid enough to put that out there, standing by and being like, I would never, no, go for it. Go for it. Sure, I don't want it to happen, but that's not the world we're in. We're in the world where people just give away money for no fucking reason in Australia. And then I follow that up with, I'm not actually currently doing that. Just on the back of, I just won't. I call it principles, but the reality is, I'm just like, I don't want to bother with it. I don't want to have to go through all that shit. I don't want to have to be like, let's go meet all these government workers and tell them this and go for all the stuff and do all these applications to get all this damn money. And to be honest, I don't really like, I think some of them I might like actually, some of their like social service I probably do like have like the right settings for, but they force me to do shit. The most notable thing they'd force me to do is they'd probably force me to get some shitty job. In Australia, they have this thing to get like social service money where it's like, if you can work, we're going to put you in like a random shitty job area where it's not really a job, but we'll still give you money. Like they force you to get like a shitty job, which is probably better for like, you know, logically. It doesn't work out usually that well because people often just like jerk the system around back and forth. But I just haven't done it because there's just so much fucking complication involved and all this bullshit. And I'm like, you know what? Fine, spend my money. If I fail, I fail. So what I will tell you right now is that my failures are all on me. What are you guys saying in the chat there? So if you could rob someone and get away with it, and they wouldn't notice, and no one would be noticed or harmed, you'd do it? You wouldn't download a car, would you? No, I think there's rob someone is different. If you're like, right now, taxes are, the government robs us all. Let's be honest here. Let's not kid around. The government has force, and the government's saying, give us money or we shoot you, in a sense. So that's the government robbing us all. Robbing the taxes is simply robbing back what's already yours. Nah, I'm kidding. But no, I don't believe in like robbing someone, get away with it and not notice, no one harmed. You do it. I'm just saying I understand why people would do that to the government of all people. Like, you know, it's right there. And why do you not expect someone to take advantage of something that's right there? If you have an abusable system and it gets abused, you're like, whoa, how did that happen? Well, of course it happened because people want to take advantage of those things. If you see a government system that says all you got to do is pretend like you're looking for a job and they're going to give you $500 every week, fucking do it. Holy shit. Just do it. Get your $500. Get your bag. Now, as a voter, that's stupid. And that loophole should be closed and fixed up. But it's right there right now, and I don't blame anyone who goes for it, because this stupid system was set up by a bunch of stupid people, and I can't blame anyone for taking advantage of that system. It's like a weird brain thing going on in my brain, I do say. Bro, what principles who makes the money off fluctuating oil prices have? Huh? I don't know what you're talking about there, Alec. Ask the government for money and give it to me. True. I should just get money and I'll just give it to you guys. I'll be like, guys, don't tell the government that I'm cheating them out of money and I'll split it with you. Oh, remember Dustborn, X-Video, 1348, they were made with government. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. That's right. They made those games out of tax. Oh, fuck, I hate those games. That's the problem with governments getting given money well, there's a certain point in government existence where it goes like beyond we need the money so that we can buy the sword to keep the monster out of the gate. So we're going to tax you 10% of your income so I can own this sword as a soldier in the government to stab that monster so it doesn't eat you. You are paying me protection money. And then eventually we reach the point where we're making, yes, you need to give me 58% of your income so I can make Duskborn. There's a point where we needed to stop, but it never stops. And that's the problem with governments nowadays. And most governments in general, they just bloat. They just bloat, and just like most most programs and stuff, they bloat and justify their own existence with more expense. Because it's like this: how many times have you been in a corporate job where your part of your corporate group said, "Oh, we still got about $100,000 in the budget." I'm like, wow, I guess we did really efficiency this year. Yeah, guys, the end of the year is coming up. What can we spend $100,000 on so we can ask for more money next year? How many times does that fucking happen? All the fucking time. Doesn't taking advantage of things that lead to dystopia, doesn't taking advantage of things like that lead to dystopia of time? Yes. Yes, it does. That's why we have so many laws in the first place. No, that's true. I know, but a lot of those laws just simply, it's weird. We live in such a strange time. Maybe I'm crazy for thinking that's right. But I feel like we have a lot of laws on the books for a whole fucking raft of things. And then only the ones we really feel like applying apply. You know what I mean? And then there's a whole bunch of loopholes through that. For example, the tax systems are filled with loopholes that are put in place by lobbyists or allowed to exist by lobbyists. For example, why do we not all have this is just a simple example, like of like the way that money interacts with desire within the society and like government and stuff. Why do we not all have at this moment in time a government mandated AI that can do our taxes for us? Why do we not have an AI that is perfectly made by the various tax offices? They're like, guys, we're gonna make a tax office like AI here. The tax office AI has all our information. It's gonna do the perfect best it can. You just give it the information. As long as you don't lie to it, we can work it out. It'll be perfect. It's the same reason like thing of like the IRS knows how much money you owe it, but they're just gonna say guess. And the reason they do that is because tax accountants just want to exist. Your tax dollars and tax efficiency is going towards subsidizing companies to exist because they want to exist. Tax accountants were once a very valuable thing because we didn't have the money and like the methods and systems, but now we do. But those lobbyists mean you can't get access to those tools, or may they consistently make it all like fucking confusing because they want to exist to make money. And laws and stuff get changed and warped and fucked around like that all the time. And complicated, overcomplicated, because of all these things. And this is where like the money and the governments just kind of mix together into this horrific amalgamation. It just becomes a mess. And at that point, it's like, oh wow, let me just be the one fucking good person who will try to do their right by the spirit of law and the spirit of camaraderie in the government. When this system is broken as fuck already. Like, I just how I see it. I rewatched Kizumonogatari 1 and I want to crack Hanakawa. Who doesn't? Holy shit, Hanakawa is great. Repeat that 10 million times. Yeah, I just wish that, like, honestly, there are things. Honestly, I think in a perfect world, there's a world that can have, like, a balance of social services that cost money, like things like I was talking about before, like getting money for a variety of things and whatever to help you out, where it could work out, like, well, but that world is like somewhere far away from the reality we live in, because I think more often than not, fraud and waste and government malaise and lobbying and all these things kind of come together in this horrific monstrosity that mean that the money doesn't really go as far as anyone wants it to go. And then it just turns into this horrifying mess, which is why a lot of people would say, yeah, fuck social services. Look at this actual fucking mess. Who would want this? And it's like, yeah, I get it. I would crack Hanakawa though. Damn. Is that a new one? Crack Hanakawa? Man, Hanakawa has massive tits. It's ridiculous. Because AI is imperfect, there is no perfect one that exists still now. Like, did you hear about the meta one earlier this week? An Instagram AI letting people into their... Yeah, fuck me. See, AI has its problems as well. But like, you can make great strides in like simplify, like the tax thing is like one that I'm aware of. Like simplifying taxes and tax law is very real. You could sit down with a tax like lawyer. We could discuss, and like if we like removed all of that trash that is built in by lobbyists, rich people, companies, politicians, and like all that kind of bullshit. If you took it out, you probably have a relatively simple law system that you could be like, yeah, all right, I understand this. Yeah, that makes sense. And you just have like maybe AIs there to help or whatever. And maybe when they get into the even better in the future, a perfect AI that could do it all for us. But the truth is, we don't live in that perfect world. I mean that in Estonia, as they tell you a number. Has anyone ever said, when I grow up, I want to be a tax accountant? I don't think so. However, the people that do probably are very wealthy. I've one day internship and it drained my soul. Ooh. Given the population numbers, almost certainly yes. How much gameplay of Wua has happened today? 0. I came to Redland and I fucked around. I figured Gannat today. I stopped reading for a while, but I just finished it. Oh, okay, neat. A lot of actually has been complaining very hard how much he wants to emotionally damage Pherova. True. How about the average amount in the first hour? Oh, all right. That's how I play though. Y'all know how I am. Y'all know how it is. Like, I ain't no big streamer. I just sit here, I complain for an hour, I play the game, you all leave, and I cry because I'm lonely. That's how it functions. That's how the game goes. Oh wait, I never got to finish my thought about God of War. So I saw the God of War thing, and this is what came to my mind. I put this on Twitter as well. Is the new God of War like is this the start of the kind of, now a lot of IPs, right? They keep going, right? They keep going. They make more and more good like entries that progress the story. And some of those IPs and the people who make those IPs even have an ending inside in mind for the start. For example, Halo. Halo had the Halo 3 as the final ending. Like the Bungie at the time made it like that. They were like, all right, we're gonna reach this, then we're done. And then we reach the new point. And now this is the new point where it branches into two directions. One direction is they somehow, because like they need to make money, so every IP needs to make another IP. That's just another entry into the IP, has to happen. It is an unavoidable, must fucking happen in a corporate world. There is no, we're done guys, this was amazing. Nope, doesn't exist. Does not exist for an IP that is in the hands of a company. It must be made more. So they take the IP and they make another game. And the two ways it can go is one, the Halo way. The Halo is Halo 4, where it started going off the rails. Then we get to Halo 5, where it really fucking went off the rails. And I'd say I'm on the position that Halo 4 onwards, complete fucking trash. It is just made for the sake of making money. It's made for the sake of making Halo because it makes money. That's what it is. That's what it's always going to be. There will never not be another Halo in a few years. They might delay a little bit because they fucked up, but eventually another Halo will come out if they keep trying to make money. Oh, you're heading off, Arctic? All right, see you later. And the other side is the God of War side, initially at least. And this, because this route it comes after every single game once the IP has matured and moved into this stage. And other route is we make another game inside the universe, which is crazy, cool, and interesting. And it could be like, say, Halo Reach, or something like that, like a game was set in the setting at a different point, which like is away from the mainline story or whatever, but it's interesting or whatever, and they make it. Or, and the God of War, the God of War one, the new one, the one where it's like he's an old man, that's one of those. It's a really cool idea. It's a twist on the old God of War. He's like an old man, now he's got a son. Really interesting. And I played through that in the sense of I watched every single I watched an entire playthrough, 100% playthrough from start to finish on the hardest difficulty. I know, it's fucking stupid. I didn't play the game. I don't fucking have the game. It was on like PlayStation, wasn't it? I don't fucking have a PlayStation. And then the new God of War though, the new one that they're bringing out here, I think that's gone in that branching path in the Halo direction. We've gone into the, oh shit, we just need to make money here. And they're like, okay, how do we continue the story? And if I remember correctly, the end of God of War, they were like, okay, we just got Kratos here. Fuck, what do we do? He's like in a situation where he's like over here. And like the son is really like the next guy. Maybe we should play him. Oh, fuck it. Let's just, the wife. And I think that that's what's happening. We are seeing a twist off down into the Halo direction. Now, will the game be terrible? I don't know. I watched the 20-minute trailer. I didn't really like it a lot, the combat wise. I did like the visuals of the monsters and the enemies. That was really cool. There's a lot of cool like things like that. But then when they got to some of the talking between like the sword and like the girl, I was kind of like, I don't like this dialogue. Like, I do not like this dialogue. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I was listening to that and I was like, what? It felt like I wouldn't call it Forsaken, but it felt, yeah, Reddit. That's a good way to put it. Reddit. It felt Reddit, you know? Like, just as they talked, it felt Reddit. And I'm just not about that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not here for that. I'm not here for Reddit. What have you guys been saying? Got to get a long day factory after Sword Art Online after Ep 14. Oh god, fucking Sword Art Online, Jesus Christ. There are time travel shenanigans and the ending seemed very rushed. It is just a 10-volume story now, so not sure how I feel about the ending. What are you talking about? I don't know what game you're talking about there. Is that Sword Art Online? Fuck you, Anger 903. You can't join my world. That scares me. Average millennial. That might be it. You were supposed to be the hero brain dialogue. I was talking about... Oh, I see. Oh, shit, really? Rush time travel ending? Ooh, that's bad. Ooh, bad. All right, Rush time travel ending? Fuck, I don't know if that's better or worse than what happened in goddamn Chainsaw Man. I'm gonna be honest, guys. After I heard about what happened in the Chainsaw Man ending, I don't think I'll ever watch any of the more Chainsaw Man stuff. I don't think I'll watch any of it. I don't think I can bring myself to watch any of the Chainsaw Man stuff at all. Like, legitimately, it's just like, oh, Chainsaw Man? You mean the stuff where after a certain point, nothing matters? Should I just what? You know what would be interesting? I did this with Naruto. When I watched Naruto, because I fucking give a fuck about Naruto for the longest time, but I gave it a shot. Same with One Piece. And I watched it, but I cut out all the filler. Like, everything that was considered filler, like anime-only bullshit, just cut it out. Just didn't watch it. If it was in the manga, I watched it. If it was not in the manga, didn't watch it. I should just watch Chainsaw Man, watch up to the point where, like it becomes, like, non-canon, and then just stop. Maybe I should just do that. That'd be... What is the thoughts then? Yeah. I was reading it, and I really liked what I read. Chainsaw Man itself is pretty good, though. Yeah, I hear that. Part 1 is good. Just stop after that. Yeah, I'll just do that. I'll just read part 1 and then stop. I don't think I was spoiled in the ending for the manga yet. That's very good. Stay that way if you can. I think there's a truth to be said of like you know what there is a pressure in society, in the anime world, to keep up with big popular anime if you don't want to get spoiled. And that applies to even gacha games as well. For example, I kind of know what happens in Wuthering Waves 3.0. I know there's like a daughter or something like that, and Rover really wants to fuck her daughter? Okay, I know that's not exactly how it is. I believe the daughter thing might have been something that the fans decided was real, and then in the following patches, they were like, well, I mean, if they're daughter, I guess we're going for the full-on fucking, the home Alabama ending. Oh no, I get spoiled for Wuthering Waves, how can I stay living? But no, like anime that I actually care about. Like, for example, I haven't continued RE0 since season 2. I stopped around season 2, and you might be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? RE0 is filled with suffering, detective. You love suffering. And I must say, I am a weirdo who gets obsessed with random shit when it comes to anime. One random element of an anime obsesses me. It breaks my brain, and if it gets folded or messed with in a way that is inverted, I then just go, I hate this, I'm leaving. And that's, I know it's stupid, it is the dumbest of shit, but I do it. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, when it comes to like some anime, I just stop. But here's the thing. I see spoilers for fucking RE0 all the time. Now, do I know exactly what's happening? But if I sit on Twitter, RE0 spoilers, bang, 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 bang. You know exactly what's happening in RE0. You can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. It's everywhere. So it's like, oh shit, I got this pressure where I need to watch RE0 because I do actually kind of want to watch it. Part of me is like, although I was annoyed and I stopped watching it, another part of me is like, I do really like it. I should get back into it. Maybe can overcome my own fucking stupidity of why I stopped watching in the first place. I should really watch it. But there's a pressure outside of that of, I'm going to get spoiled for every major fucking twist because Twitter won't shut the fuck up. Twitter won't shut the fuck up. People on Discord won't shut the fuck up. I'm going to get a suggestion on my YouTube link that says, oh my god, Subaru went down on Santa all the way to the back of the throat? Whoa, reaction? And it's going to be a picture of IShowSpeed going, whoa! That's what it's going to fucking be. And there's no way around it. There's no fucking way around it. That's the world we live in. That's the goddamn social media online shit. Oh, God. I have zero social media outside of Discord. You're probably happier for it. I got my Twitter because I thought, I'm supposed to be a VTuber Twitter man. I should get on there. You guys should all follow me on Twitter. I lost a few guys the other day on Twitter. I actually lost a few people on Twitter the other day. I was wondering if it was because of the bot thing or because I randomly said that all anime should add in like a bunch of gatekeeping elements just for the funny. Every anime, no matter what, within the first episode should have big titties, a loli, a yandere sister trying to fuck her brother, and massive uncensored nipples. just it's like a filter. Like all the normies won't watch anymore. And then like after the first 5 minutes, the big fat girl with the big titties just goes, I think they're gone, guys. We can leave. And then the story just continues normally. That'd be great. But no, I got Twitter. I got Twitter to talk about just shower thoughts and to basically have social media so I could spread around my, you know, my videos and stuff when they come out. It was purely a clout chasing decision. I am the clout chaser. The latest impact for anime didn't have impact frames. I don't watch it anymore. Oh my god, no impact frames. Oh. I dropped it in season 2. I got low-key bored with the place where they were. It wasn't boring for me. It was the fact that he did something like narratively that I fucking hated, and I just left. The newest Aries area is great, but I stopped after F2. I didn't like the characters. That's fair. That's fair. Keegan is gonna get a movie very soon. Very hype. But you just told me there was fucking time travel ending. How are you happy with that? Super rated throat go. Yeah, super throat go. Everything should have big naturals. Every video, every game, every anime, every movie should be free. Nothing should be free from big naturals. See, it would be really interesting if because you know what, there's actually a filter anime that I watched a while ago. Now, it wasn't a good anime. It was not a good anime, but I remember clearly the first 5 fucking minutes because it was such a goddamn meme. So the anime, I believe, was about like an author who writes about he writes little sister like light novels. Like all these light novels are 99% focused on like the main character having this really hot little sister in an overpowered little sister who's really hot, who's into her brother. And the first 5 minutes, the guy wakes up and then his little sister appears on top of him, barely fucking bare ass nude, does a whole bunch of trope shit, like little like saying like I'm like Oni-chan type shit. Then for some reason she takes off her underwear, he eats her underwear, and while like a blush is on his face, and there's like, and he just says, ah yes, my little sister's just freshly taken off panties, delicious. And then it's like I was such a fucking filter. I was so shocked. It wasn't Eromanga Sensei. It was so crazy though. Fuck, I need to remember what it was. But like the first 5 minutes of that anime was just the most unhinged bullshit you've ever seen. And then it like changes and shows. I don't remember the name. I just remember the fucking 5-minute scene of him waking up, going into his like fucking, like his sister being naked on him. He walks into the kitchen. He eats breakfast. His breakfast is her panties. And like there's like a naked like girl there. And it's all like fucking absolute degenerate bullshit. Then it cuts to show that he was explaining a narrative of his new light novel idea to his editor, who's like, why do you keep adding the crazy sister? And then like, other than that, the anime was normal. But I just remember that opening scene being like, this is a fucking gate filter if I've ever seen one. Someone will watch that anime. In fact, I know, you know how I know it's a filter? Because I put that scene of him eating the panties into one of my videos. One of my videos where I talk about anime having I talk about right at the end, I can't remember which video it was, but I talk about how anime can sometimes filter people. It was Black Lagoon. I talk about how anime can sometimes filter people, like where there's like, by like, you know, they think it's like this is how they imagine anime. And I showed a picture of the guy eating the fucking panties. Like that's where it is. But, man, what a filter. That was hilarious. This is going in the Google Doc? Fuck you, skeleton. I'll fucking eat your Google Doc for breakfast. 1 hour in and we're still in the should you've been Yuri mirror room. Fuck, I know, right? Well, what shit happened during the week? My brain needs to tell you all. What's in the Google Doc? At this point, you should all work together to make the Google Doc. I think you should all, you know what? Am I really a VTuber if I like don't have a Google Doc? Honestly, I'm waiting for it to drop. But you know, you can't drop it now. You just need to drop it when I'm like mildly popular for some reason. You know what? When Tanya the Evil comes out, the new second season, maybe I'll suddenly get a massive shift in popularity. Every one of my videos will get viewed because everyone's coming to see the Yojo Senki video I made. They're like, oh my god, Yojo Senki's amazing. Let's go watch these videos. And I'll get amazingly popular. I'll get 100,000 people watching every single video. I'll have like 50 people in the stream. I'll be so popular. Then you can drop the Google Doc. That's what you gotta do. I have one Google Doc and it's my top 20 anime. A lot of people tell me that I should make like an actual physical like list of like what my top anime is, or like make a my anime list type thing and rate all my anime. I just cannot be fucking bothered. I've seen so much anime that the actual act of doing that is like so fucking, it would take so much time. It's insane. But I do appreciate people that make top anime lists because it's nice. It's nice to know, like, you know, you're balancing it out, trying to figure out what you like and stuff. I personally fucking, I don't know why I'm swearing there. There was no real swear there. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize to your virginal ears if you've heard that. I do deeply apologize. Put this in the Google Doc. I swore that one time. But there's a lot of good anime out there, and making lists is fine. Like, lists are great. Like, online lists led me to find a lot of anime that I like today. A lot of the great animes that I like today came from me just searching top 10 fighting anime. Top 10 anime similar to Black Lagoon. That's what it is. That, like, early days, when I was looking up that shit, that's how I did. Detective looking the clips channel in the Discord. God. What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? Let me... Okay. Oni-chan? Let me just play it. Oh god, that was pretty good. Fuck. Oh man. You know that if people really hated me for some fucking reason, they would, oh man, they'd believe that. They would believe that. They would be like, look at this degenerate. Look what he does. They'd believe that shit like whole fucking sale. Man, you should spread that around on Twitter. It'll be funny. Please, all of you, go to Twitter right now, post that clip and say, this guy is disgusting. We need to cancel him right fucking now. An extra point, just say, is this the new Diddy blood? Is this the Epsteinium? Just add all those like the shitty ass fucking meme shit, and like you just go ahead. Just get in there. Just get some drama in there. It's just exactly what I need. Should I start using Twitter to Chud Max? Chud Max. I don't even know what Chud. At this point, I actually have the word Chud in my new script. I'm not even like 100% sure exactly what I'm just saying. I just added a bunch of funny meme words and I'm just like, what am I saying? I don't know. It's just funny because it makes me laugh. Come out as trans and people will weaponize it like enriched uranium. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Get my hand into the culture wars. Yeah, get it. Become one of them. Join the ranks of the culture war. That'd be a pretty good one. Yeah, I'll get so much drama that will lead to more views. Right, guys. This definitely wouldn't backfire on me, right? Yeah, that's true. I've always thought of like Chud as like a kind of otaku, or like a thing, but it's one of those backfire. I honestly think Chud definitely has backfired as one of those labels. You know how sometimes like labels can backfire? Like incel is a pretty decent label that has like maintained its like bite, but now I just see people just calling themselves Chud for funny. Chud is the opposite of Chad. Ah, is that where it all comes from? Okay, so Chud is the opposite of Chad. Ah. I don't think it really has its effect too much though. Because, like, I see people calling themselves Chud all the time and posting the stupidest fucking memes. So I'm assuming that it hasn't really gone down the way it is. Like, incel, I don't really see people saying, yeah, guys, I'm incel maxing. Yeah, I don't see that. Except for me. because I'm playing a gacha game. I'm incel maxing right now as I tell you all about how the shape of Rover's skull is determining everything. You see, because she's, I don't know, I don't even, damn it, I don't know my fucking, I don't, what's the word? What's the word for that, like, science of, like, the skull shape? Fuck, I used to know it. Damn it, I've forgotten the word. I really need to look it up. It comes from 4chan, like half of the internet culture. Yeah, that's true. 4chan do be the internet, do be an internet, like, 4chan is the womb of internet culture. I don't know why I said womb, that makes me just feel disgusted. Oh my god, womb, you. Oh my god, women have that cooties. Alright, fellas. Should we play the game? Who the fuck uses 4chan? Don't know. At this point, don't know. Like, wow, you really want to go to 4chan where you're probably just going to get fucking psyoped, like, unironically? I'm fairly certain 4chan is just feds talking to feds at this point. Epstein and Trump, somehow. Phrenology! There we go. Phrenology. God, I knew it. Thank you. I mentioned phrenology in my Gunslinger Girl video. When I was describing, I don't know what I was describing, but I did mention phrenology in that video. Based craniomist? I don't know what, is that craniomist? Is that an actual word? That sounds like it's not a word, although maybe I'm just dyslexic as fuck. Remember, I'm undiagnosed. That's what I'll put on my Twitter. What's this? Do I want this one? No. Renacida 2. I think this is the one I'm meant to do. Is this the one I'm meant to go? I think it's this one. I think we're already going to the right one. Alright. Let's go! Oh, guys, I'm gonna play some Wuthering Waves today. I actually love Wuthering Waves. It's my favorite. We're just saying this because people will actually join and they'll see me playing Wuthering Waves. So don't tell them anything. Don't tell them anything. I love Wuthering Waves. It's my favorite game. I kind of play this game every day and I cry about how just good the story is. It just makes me leak from my eyes. Just how amazing it is. Yeah, I have to go. What are you talking about? I would never lie. What? Gameplay after only 80 minutes of talking? That's not what I turned in for. True, I'm ruining the experience. Cranimetry is the scientific study of size, shape, and proportions of the human skull. I thought that was just called phrenology. Oh, God. Shut the fuck up, rip-off Paimon. You're worse than Paimon. At least Paimon... Actually, no, it's hard to be worse than Paimon. You got... Oh, my God. Someone's bukakiing the mascot. Me. Can we just cut to a man pissing off the edge of a bridge? Sorry, Sword Art Online is waiting for... Are you telling me you clicked off my stream to fucking watch Sword Art Online? What the hell, man? What the hell, man? What the hell? What is wrong? I can't even beat Sword Art Online? I'm worse than fucking Kirito? Oh, man. Hot meal should warm me right up. Oh my god, pasta! How is she walking though? She's not looking at it anyway. Look, her eyes are closed. Is she crazy? That's what a normal person someone who's never seen anime before will watch the girl who has the meme of closing her eyes all the time, and they will just be like, why is she blind? POV, your mum watches anime. Why is she closing her eyes all the time? Is she in trouble? She can't see? How does she walk around like that? It was good till episode 14, but I want to finish Sword Art Online to watch Food Wars. God damn, you're going straight out of fucking the trash heap and into the trash pile, man. Okay, I'll say that about Food Wars. At least it's very horny. I hear that Food Wars just like went off the fucking reservation from what I saw. Phrenology is a pseudoscience. Ah, I see. What do you mean, bro? So, from what I heard, basically Sword Art Online, obviously, it's, you know, it's shit on forever, but Sword Art Online although it walked so everyone else could run. Sword Art Online, a lot of people don't like it because of like being wish fulfillment and stuff and way too easy and like just literally like Kirito's the best ever type shit. Basically a lesser degree version of solo leveling. But Food Wars is an interesting one in that like later on the story just loses its mind. I won't give spoilers for it, and perhaps you would like it when it gets to that point, but it's very horny. Food Wars' main whole thing was, wow, look how sexy and intense. It was like trying to be a shonen battle show or sports anime almost, but with food. And then eventually, though, it goes off its rocker, and I think it becomes kind of like Blue Lock. Yeah, I like Gun Gale Online more. Yeah, I agree with that. I actually like Gun Gale Online more, a lot more, actually. I didn't like some elements of Gun Gale Online. Towards the end, it was how they used some of the characters I really liked. Like the really tall guy, who's just a bit like socially awkward. I liked him a lot more, and I wanted him. I didn't like when they bullied him a little bit. I just had a weird thing. I was like, don't bully him. I like him. But I liked Gun Gale a lot more as well. It felt more like earned, all of the levels up and characters getting better at the game. Felt much more earned and enjoyable. Sorry, bro, I gotta watch all these anime to reach you on the level of Chud as you. True, you can't reach my Chud levels. Guys, you can't reach my Chud levels if you haven't watched every single episode of Sword Art Online and Fairy Tail, so you can shit on them as well as I do. What was the Deep End anime? Deep End? Go off the deep end. Oh, solo leveling's, did I say solo leveling was, I just say things sometimes. The deep end of aura farming is solo leveling. And like, you know, wish fulfillment. At this point, I'd say. It does such a good job of it that I have to like be like, damn, this is impressive, even though I don't really like it. You got to appreciate how crazy it is. Did we bring enough money? Yeah, we ordered this. If we didn't fucking bring any money, I'm gonna be like. Wait, really? Money's not an issue? Is this gonna cut to the rover giving like head to like the fucking waitress behind like the Denny's? Damn, Wuthering Waves. I didn't know your game. Oh, based? Oh, fucking the Emperor basically said, bro, you won. Your prize is you can have as much food and sleep wherever you want. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, this is worth it going for all that fighting. I need to read Gunsmith Cats. It's good. It's good. It's good. Gunsmith Cats. It's nice. So they were overdone it a bit. I mean, are you saying you didn't order all the pizza? I mean, it's going to be a wasted food. But you got this little midget monster. Everyone knows mascot monsters eat a bunch of food. Just how they go. The only good thing about solo leveling is sister leveling. Also Demon Girl, Best Girl. Who's sister leveling? As in the sister from the anime? I must admit, I only read the story and I watched some of the anime. And I watched a fair bit of the anime, but I mostly jumped around because I was using clips from it. But I mostly read this series before I watched it. Eventually, I kind of fell off the writing of the series because it was like, you know. What do you mean? What am I don't know? Am I losing my child level? Am I losing my child level that I don't know? I just can't help it. I'm sorry. It's just aura farming. I tried. I really did. But it's just Jinwoo goes in and wins every time. I read the fucking goddamn manhwa. I know what happens for the most part. Look up sister leveling on YouTube. All right, I'll have a look it up. I'll look it up. If it's a shit post, I'll look it up. The Demon Girl did seem like the best girl though. Oh, they made an abridge. An abridge. Fuck, it's been a while since I watched an abridge. Yeah, because you're a fat fuck. All right, fat fuck. Go eat the food. You eat everything. Okay, of this, I will eat probably the pasta. No, actually, the pizza. I'd probably eat some of the pasta and some of the pizza. I don't know about pancakes. Fucking pancakes with pizza? What the fuck are they trying to do here? forgive me. Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me, but I just thought of something looking at this. But if I could get this, like, scene of Abby, like, going, like leaning down, and I cut it off at a certain point, I could make this something special. I could make this something like a horrific video scene. I'm like, damn, Abby gives the best. That'll be what I'll do. When I make a video on Wuthering Waves one day, it'll be like, the only thing Abby does is give the best head and immediately cut to this scene, but just cut it off so you can't see. It's like a black bar or like a censored bar of like Abby and just going. That's what my editing process is. Welcome to the cutting floor of my insanity. It is me just going, how can I make it look like Abby's sucking cock? I'm sorry. Oh, look, simple. You're the top clipper. You're the top clipper, which is not very hard to be because you probably made 2 clips. Wow, top clipper achieved. I'm sorry. The character's talking through eating, and that is the perfect fucking lines to use if I was to meme on like. And here we have Abby talking while taking one in the back of the throat. I'm so sorry, but I can make so many fucking shit posts out of this. I can't help it. I can't help it but think about it. Now that would be true gaming moment. Damn, that clip is doing numbers. Really? Yeah, that's true. I watched it once, so it's doing numbers. Yeah, and it's just like it's that meme of like getting 5 views. Man, this clip's doing numbers. Do it. I you know what? If I ever need to make a reference to Wuthering Waves, I will ensure that there is a meme in there about fucking Abby like sucking on cock while trying to talk somewhere in the video. I'll do it. I'll do it just for you. Just for you. I hope it's poisoned and you die, Abby. I should. What does the English want me to find? If Carthy is right, the last SKU should be somewhere on. What the fuck is it? One says it was front line against the dark tide due to the region, so you can analyze remnant energy gather and you're along with the black cloud, perpetually moving overhead. First dark tide during high season, gladiators from Seminole arrive here to hunt dark tide creations in the name of glory. That's kind of based. We're so close to finishing line, just one step away, but our pace has slowed. What are you talking about? You haven't even gone there. We just came to have lunch before we... Fucking pace has slowed. That's true. We just rushed back here. We get to eat a bunch of food, and then we're going to go beat up some monsters. There's a blight cloud hanging over the plow. Yeah, right there. Look, I can see it. It's big and scary in the sky. It's a big sky butthole. When the high tide of ever rolls around, all the gladiators go there to hunt tacked discords. Yep, we'll go fight them. Ah, we're gonna go hunt him. Weren't we supposed to meet her today? Oh, okay, now it makes sense. Meeting's proposed. I was about to say, we about to realize we were meant to be meeting the Emperor, and we just fucking stopped. I want to meet the Emperor because she's pretty hot, from what I saw. I need to decide if this arc is going to be a shitty arc. We need to at least be healed by the healing balm of extremely attractive anime women. Why me for this hunt? If it's a great Argon, the messenger said no. What? So Lupa's not going to be there? No! Lupa's really hot. Bring Lupa along. I wish to give her puppies. Typical, huh? Alright, do I want to fight? Am I going to fight the Emperor? Only in bed. We're gonna have a vicious battle in bed. You think so? Only met her a few times. I doubt she acts on impulse. And Emperor, is she really in a position to do she whatever wants? Well, to a degree, yes. Traditionally, most absolute monarchs did have checks on their powers, despite the fact that you might think that they didn't. The checks on their power, you might understand this if you've played Crusader Kings. The checks on the power of an absolute monarch, more often than not, are the people that are below, the middle managers, as it were, in the company. The nobles, the dukes, the courtiers, the ministers that run certain day-to-day things. They had power by the nature of the necessity of their positions. And while an absolute monarch is indeed an absolute monarch, they can't just do whatever the fuck they want to do. They need to know who to hit, who to smile at. They're basically, they're essentially similar to democratic systems, holding a faction within their reigns. Well, and other factions and other groups and interests will all develop around those things. That very rarely throughout history has a true absolute monarch been able to do whatever they wanted with no question. More often than not, they needed to cultivate that power through other means. To make it go forward. Or the bodyguards in some cases. That's true, yes, the Romans. Yes, the fucking Praetorian guards just kept killing the emperors. You goddamn it. It's like, you're meant to be the loyal ones, you fuckers. We let you wear purple and this is what happens. Oh. But, no, yeah. It's why I think that we might actually, because I know this might be random and completely out of left field if you're sitting here watching me play Wuthering Waves, but it's why I think that an actual, true authoritarian, absolute ruler might be coming in the future. One that has true unlimited power within the sense of their realm. And you know why I'm thinking that's going to happen soon? AI. Right now, AI does have its issues, but generally, it's impressive in a lot of ways. I think that if AI gets perfected, along with robotics and robotic construction, who is to stop someone from making their entire military and police force an AI system? An AI system that answers only to one person. At that point, you truly have an absolute ruler. Because at the end of the day, the power of any, not even just an autocrat, the power of a government comes at the implied use of force and the existence of force. Force is the ultimate equalizer, as said in the true philosophy Starship Troopers. So naked force is the definer of conflict and of power and sense. Therefore, if a guy just has a super AI that is presumably loyal in this situation and can control everything that they want to happen, and the guy could just wave his hands and kill off everyone he wanted, therefore, true absolute monarch will be achieved. I don't know if anyone will be smart enough to try and stop that from happening, but it's what I think will happen, and it's what I do. If I had the money, I would fucking fly on a spaceship with a simple AI and a simple fucking 3D printer and a robot. I'd go to fucking Titan, the moon of Titan, and I'd just sit there and be like, all right, I'm gonna make myself a giant empire here of just me and 12 billion robots. And I'd be satisfied. And I'd be like, there we go. I am now a country unto myself. Does anyone really think about that? That if you get far enough away from a central government system at this point with a sufficiently advanced or soon to be sufficiently advanced AI system and self-making robotics, you could be a country unto yourself. Can't wait for AI Hitler. AI Hitler will come as well, but we're going to get local man becomes king of the universe. Something, or woman, it could happen. It's going to happen. True freedom comes at the legion of my robotic armies. Guess from afar, you possess eyes. Oh, I'm getting rizzed up, guys. I'm getting rizzed up. What do you? Oh. What troubles you? Yeah, the blind oracles. Because he's part of the oracle group. Like, because probably like the other girl. What trumpets use I now darken all clouds. Is he crying? Is he got mascara going down his face? Was he just recently was he recently in some sort of relationship trouble? A warrior who walks the blade's edge does not falter over trifles. The clouds may gather a casting. At the peak of Campiturn Hill, beneath the pale walls of the Emperor's Palace, secret lies buried. The most intricate among them are born for the pursuit of power. Well, I mean, yeah, maybe the Emperor's gone down that path as well. Maybe the Emperor had an idea and got themselves a good old weapon to make sure the nobles stay in line. He could have been... if the writing was actually good. Yeah. The writing was actually good. As one honorable as the Emperor must learn to be ruthless. Well, yeah, I mean... anyone seeking sword without knowing the cost is better than man bludgeon and bludgeon sword. Well, yes. If you have a culture of, like, murdering the last guy in power, kind of becomes a little bit of a... it becomes a little bit of a trend. A poet? I mean, I would have taken you for a thematic reference to the oracles in Greek literature and mythology, but okay. The rain, the season, never seem eager to leave the seasons, so... Am I gonna ask how the fuck are you looking around? If you're curious about the Emperor, allow me to say that nothing more on me than offer my greatest modest service to the champion. Are you gonna try and manipulate me? Everyone tries to manipulate me. How do you know? What do you mean? How do you know that I'm the champion? I was in the fucking arena! I mean, I guess he didn't see anything. Well, at least fucking Brainlet here is able to figure shit out relatively quickly. Oh my god! He's dead! What's that? Not Daredevil. He's Daredevil, guys! He's using the fucking sound waves! I knew it. Is this a Marvel crossover? Oh my god, Marvel? I love Marvel! I'm sorry. I've been gathering inspiration from my next epic, and the protagonist is none other than Augusta. Okay, if you're talking more about fucking stories, it seems every fucking arc is about stories. That's why I speak of her with some familiar manner. Oh shit! Sorry, one thing, I just remembered something. Oh, thank you God. I made sure I had the software on that my the computer doesn't fucking like turn off. Thank you, software. You're still here to keep my computer running. I have a feeling your tale will be soon written, and knowing more about those walk line without really knowing benefits. Tell me about Augusta. How big are her breasts? Sorry, my phone. Tell me about her breasts. Damn, guys! Damn! Let me get close. Let me... Girl of humble birth, a resonator of modest talent, a common girl without noble patrons, yet from a den of wolves of the servantship she rose and eventually claimed her throne. Did she murder a bunch of people? Because that's kind of baller. See, here's the thing though, I don't think that... She's pretty hot. Son of once a Gladness. Bro! Why the fuck does this man know that fucking... What? What? Why does he know that that's how sons were born? I don't like that he knows that. He's a scientist. I don't like science. Science is scary. Can I leave now? Oh. What? What the fuck just happened? Dear guests from afar, do follow me into the near-forgotten stories of Augusta, but simply telling them might be a bit dull. What are you trying to... You know what? What? You got 2 options? Okay, what are you trying to do? Perhaps having the listener become the protagonist of such stories might be a good option. This should add a more immersive touch to surround. Alright, I mean, I appreciate the idea of, like, me becoming the Emperor in her, like, backstory. That's kind of fun, I guess. Alright. At this moment, you are Augusta. You shall receive her pass. Face the same choices she once made. Thus, please forget your name for now. Are we role-playing? Oh my god, am I going to have to get on some leather? Of course, Augusta's story is already written. No matter what choices you make, it will not alter our reality. Well, okay. Yet be wary, fate is fickle, and a misstep can lead to a swift end. Weigh your choices carefully. Her past decisions may not have always been the best. Whatever, I'll say I understand. Let me story begin. Set aside complex source and let me sing the story of an young girl, Augusta. Augusta. I am Augusta. Alright, I'm Augusta! A gentle, warm light begins to blur your vision as you slowly close your eyes. When it clears, a small, frightened girl clutching a sword stands amidst the ruins. A group of solemn Septonian gladiators stands guard around her. Okay. Hey kid, are you alone? Don't be afraid. We know what the Dark Tide did to your home and we're here to help. Boldly observe the man in front of you. Timidly observe the man in front of you. Boldly? Why would I do anything else? Bold. Different choices will change the corresponding value. Okay. You must be hungry. Here's enough to keep you from starving. Okay, I'll take the food. Why not? We can take you to Septimont City. It's not safe here. We don't know when the next disaster will strike. Staring at these ruins won't change anything. Okay. Even if you rebuild these walls 1,000 times, they'll never be held against the Dark Tide. You don't have the strength to stop it. Bring your sword and come with up. Grip your sword with determination, of course. The gladiators shake their heads and pat their shoulders. Follow them. Remember to maintain a stats balance. The story ends if a stat drops to 0. Okay. The story chapters complete when current exploding goals are met. In the end, you chose to leave the village. The gladiator's words revealed a bitter truth. You lack the strength to protect your home and are leaving it behind in your travels. You stay quiet. Engage with gladiators. So will this take... One will take away and one will gift? I'll engage with them. Following the gladiators, you arrive at the city of Septimus by ship. Where you wave them goodbye after arriving at the central square. Meanwhile, you notice the square is crowded with citizens. Why would I remain quiet and anxious? No, show you awe of the city. A poster for the gladiator Agon is painted to a wooden board. The air is filled with a heated chatter about the upcoming match. The gathering people push you towards the group. Why would I? No, fuck you. I'm going to draw closer. These choices aren't really choices. It's either act like a bitch or don't act like a bitch. You must know Septimus reveres strength. Here only the victor reigns. That is the law of the city itself. You notice the passion-filled eyes of the Septimonians. You notice the disdain in the eyes of the Septimonians. Let's go with the passion, I guess. Eat or be eaten, such is the way of our city. To survive, you'll need to find your bite and seize the crown with your own feet. Alright, cool. You can't stop thinking about their conversation. You realize gladiators are the very symbol of strength in Septimont. If there is a way to dominate the arena, maybe you'll find strength you're looking for. Tear down the post and walk away from the crowd. Why would I tear it down? Just quietly leave the crowd, I guess. As you leave, you notice there are 3 words stand out in the incessant chatter. Identity, status, talent. They seem to be essential for upgrading gladiating. There are always those comments who view Agon as a mere boring display of butchery. But if we're hardly entertained by the sight of rats shrieking in the dirt, what we crave is true magnificence. A warrior can make bloom from blood. Roses bloom from blood. It's kind of base, actually. Okay. Want to have a little bet on how many mangy rats are going to try for the Agon this year? Them and their stench be stinking up the place. You are slightly concerned about your talents and stats. Ignore their words. Ignore their words! You are but a hero. You're determined to step in the arena. The rules demand a mentor at your back, someone to keep death from claiming you on the first day, perhaps even teach you to see the light through to the end. Okay. After hitting several dead ends, you eventually come across Kato. Kato is a gladiator. Kato Sicarius is a gladiator. Gladiator star, but takes on few proteges. Okay. So you want to join the Ago. Why don't you start by telling me a little bit about yourself? Right? You recall the discussions about the gladiators. Stennis and people inside the city of Sendon seem to value more than anything. You choose. Speak honestly about your past. The Dark Tide took you home and you came to something seeking strength. Is that so? You've got some metal, but that's not going to cut it to you. Yeah, I mean, I don't see the past as being a negative thing. You can't. What are you going to lie? I'm really special. That's obvious. So get fucking sound out. Go home. People like you always show up with nothing but fancy dreams. Only see them crushed and trampled. I've seen enough of you. Stay silent. What? Oh, it made it go down. That's a bad idea. What? You still here? Do you think your stubbornness will change your mind? Look, Kato, just go straight in the eye. Alright then, let's have a duel. Land one strike and you win. If you manage that, I'll teach you to be a true gladiator. This is the duel of the intro. Accept the duel without hesitation. Blades meet at sharp claws. Matter for practice ease, you are quickly defeated. Strength. Do you realize how weak you are? That is why I'm seeking power. Heh, you really know you are fighting against? Can you really best me? You can't. Now, how do you plan to end this? Challenge him again the next day. Round 2, are we? Country lats like you are back for pestering city folks, huh? Attack! Just like last time, you aren't much of a challenge to Kato. You are swiftly beaten once again. Go back home. This is not your path. Continue the challenge. You are too slow, too weak. Your foolish swings only bring smiles to your enemies. Then I'll be stronger. Is that your best? How naive. Well, I guess the rat that lives in dark is never meant for the sun. Checkmate, you've lost. Challenge him again on the 4th day. Still not ready to give up? Why don't you sell that sword? It'll give you some food at least. Challenge on the 5th day. But you stand before Kato, dragging your exhausted body, nearly at your limit. I can still fight. Wow, she looks really cute in that. I like that. The wind swept blade part whispers. You are suddenly home. Soft cascades of oak leaves. You hear their friends' laughter and your parents' gentle pulse. But the next ferry, a bone-deep chill engulfs you. You touch what you know too well. Your thoughts race across your mind as your hand instinctively grips the sword hilt. I won't surrender. The trainee gladiator defeated Kato. You seize the opportunity and land a hit. I did it! Kato hands you his sword and then turns the sleeve. Catch Kato's sword. It's rather heavy. In Septimon Arena, the victor claims the weapon of the defeated, a symbol of conquest. The sword is yours now. Conquest. If you are determined to bite off that crown, do not fall before you get there, Augusta. Yes, I am Augusta. The moment you step into the arena, you will lose this name. The spectres may brand you with a number, a symbol, or even the name of some wild beast. I am prepared. And the one while standing has the right to claim their true name. By then, all will chant your name, Augusta. You'll have to conquer the hearts and win the applause, even without identity, styles, and talents. Tell me, will I see that day? I will make the crowd cheer. I will make them know my name. That's based. Training starts tomorrow. Okay, cool. I did it. I did a little story. So is this how the arc goes? It's like a card game? Like little fail a few times and you might exactly see. Shall we call you resilience? Well, I wasn't gonna fucking like give up like a fucking peasant. If I'm gonna be a fucking, you know, like Lord, the Caesar, the Emperor, I'm not gonna fucking give in. Or perhaps for a girl who's lost everything, there's never a second option. So you have no one to trust but herself, and naught but a blade to hold. Kind of based. And yet, as the first stanza of this epic, it is not it's nothing extraordinary. Well, you know. Yeah, that's true. It's probably common. Greatness, yes, our era certainly seen it, but true greatness never found its first page, found it on the first page of the story. Courage, glory, and honor, such immortal virtues etched into the tablet stone, therefore forged over me. You know, you say this and you hear, you're writing this Wuthering Waves, but why is your fucking story, like the greatest story, more often than not, complete trash? You don't have the leg to stand on when it comes to talking in general about a good story. This is actually a nice way to tell the story of a character. I do like it. I actually appreciate it. Because, like, what do I complain about? One of the most things I complain about is their inability to do good lore. But this little, like, card game, it sticks in my mind. I'm having fun and I'm enjoying it. Even if the choices are more or less boiling down to be a cringe boy or be a non-cringe boy. What's wrong, little mutant monster? They're not this. A girl from a home around the city. No status, no wealth. I doubt anyone at the time would have imagined her rising where she is now. Kato, yeah, the guy. I do believe Kato at the final. And that his scathing words were a test of a resolve. Maybe he had long grown tired of the corrupt system. Kato must have been an idealist to place his faith in a girl with nothing to her name. Why don't we keep this question in mind and see where story leads us? I can see that. Okay, let's just do more of the story, I guess. I'm going to damp on the table and put my feet in this cake. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's listen to the new epic. Alright, so it re-skips this. Dawn breaks with the pale glow, and a month has already passed on Kata's training. Today, the grind continues. A little rest won't hurt? No! Stick to this training schedule. See, that makes the health go down, but more of these. So I need to balance out. You arrive at the training site, repeating the same moves over and over. You've got to wear the patience units, calculate training in moves you've never seen before. You decide to focus and keep your own training. Peek into their training. Why not? It has taught me a little bit, but it has lowered my, like, kingliness. I see. You reflect on your training. It was always you alone facing a wooden post, patching yourself up and over. Endure and push through. Give in to set. No! Endure and push through. Days slip by and the gladiator Argon draws near. Today, Kato will give you a final lesson. I've done all compare you, now you're on your own. Training ends today. Here's my final task for you. Tell me, why do you want to become gladiator? What pulls your thoughts? You already know the answer. Your ideal has never faltered since you left home. To be strong enough to protect others, you meet Gato's gaze and read the answer. I remember my true ambition. In the meantime, a flicker of desire creases your eyes. You recall Kato's words from when this all started. But then you'll all be chanting your name. Augusta, you'll have to conquer the hearts, win the applause, and even without identity, status, and talents, tell me, what will I see that day? I will make it happen, or I very much look forward to it. I will make it happen! Because I'm a god. I'm a god! You are aware that the sponsors of the Gladiator Argon are mostly nobles and wealthy merchants, figures beyond your reach, except perhaps in the underground arena. Oh, I already like. I don't know about. I know people said this was a worse story, but I'm liking how it's playing itself. I mean, like, I'm getting to know Augusta, even if she's not right here. I'm learning of her, and I like it. These people are top of line merchandise. Do they care to take a look? Ooh. Like products on display, you and a few other gladiators stand in the middle of an underground arena, scrutinized by nobles of wealthy merchants. One by one, those beside you are chosen and escorted away. Take a step forward. The audience casts their eyes in your direction. However, you see this constant laughter in return. Visions of your homeland flash within your mind. Glimpses of the noble lifestyle flicker through. I don't know which one really would matter. Like, am I seeing my homeland or their lavish styles? Do I hate the corruption or do I miss my homeland? I guess is the two things. I feel like thinking about her homeland. Oh, that's a bad move. These last, so they really did have a hand in that disaster. The rot in high places also played in a part in your home's ruined. I don't know which one. The Dark Tide alone did not destroy your home? I guess this one? When the Dark Tide struck with power and wealth, continued the lifestyle of indulgence and luxury. The mind of gladiators only existed to serve their desires. Well, that's how it always is, isn't it? The rich and powerful don't... There's a reason why the wealthy usually live in gated communities. And the only time a large government really moves quickly is because those gated communities get threatened. It is the truth of every group, no matter what your political or ethical position. Once the wealthy or the powerful are threatened, things change. Or influential, I suppose. When Dark Tide struck those with power and wealth continued their lifestyle of indulgence, silently you shatter these rules. A fire ignites your chest. Fire! Well, a village girl with such unrivaled forte, dreaming of power and so I can't remember the last time someone had the joke this amusing. Show them your sword. Try, and you will see. What can you offer? Prancing around like a circus clown and scrambling for your life so we all have a good laugh? Or do you think playing innocent will win you favor? I never disappoint. Anyone interested in this one? After all, watching the weak struggle is always a fine source of entertainment. Give the nobles a chilling stare as they talk in whispers. You bear small anticipations. No. Chilling stare. Entertainment, you say. Inseptimate. Strength defines worth. We shouldn't be so quick to judge a gladiator who offers herself. You turn your view towards them, the voice. A heavy, well-dressed, old-school noble walks to you down towards you. He smells of rotten. He smells of rotten stench. It is unlike the smell of rats, as nobody put it, but a foul odor of power and wealth. You silently clench your fist. I only engage in profitable ventures. To stand in the arena, you must prove your worth. I have 3 trials for you. Survive them, we may speak further, young lady. All right, cool. I'm as much as shit I'll give Wuthering Waves. I'm really enjoying how they're playing this. You accept the noble's trials. The trials is too fine a word for something intended to only break you. Well, I did the trial ground. I have to defeat 50 reputation and 50 willpower. Outside the walls of Septima lies a wasteland plagued by Dark Tide, your homeland. Returning home, you can't help but feel sentimental. Yep. They say a ferocious beast corrupted the Dark Tide prowls to keep within a cave. No common blade can tear its skin. The first trial to slay the beast. The noble, however, decides to strip you of all equipment but a dull sword. A dull sword is more than enough. The mountain trail winds like a serpent along the charred tree. Stumps of a dozen bleached skeletons lie scattered about. You suspect you're getting close as you continue forward against the unpleasant smell. When the first rays of sunlight split the clouds, the cave reveals itself, breathing death. Before you can get a clear picture of the cave, a crushing force presses down upon you. Try to break free! Shh, Katani, trying to get yourself killed? Hold your breath, or you're alerted. Does as he says. Just then you turn around to see the hunter, and then a massive beast roars and walks past where you are hiding. Keep your head down. Secretly stare at it, or keep your head down. Secretly stare at it. After the lion has left, you apologize to the hunter. It was thanks to him you did beast does not notice you. Going by their clothes, you are a Septimon gladiator. Heh, I used to be just like you. Lost a big match, got tossed out by the nobles, and ended up with this nothing but their playthings. Okay. Skills honed for battle are now merely tunes for survival. Septimon has abandoned the strength it desperately needs. You pity such reality. Ask the hunter about the beast. Ask the... hunter, what should you... I shall ask the hunter about the beast. Only a madman would go after that lion. I have my reasons. I know what I am... I need to reach 50 reputation, so I should really get this one. His words are rough, but he eventually tells you everything he knows. Okay. You bid the hunter farewell and make preparations for the hunt to gain more knowledge of your prey. You choose to silently observe the lion in the following days. After a few days, you've managed to grasp the overall pattern of behavior of the lion beast. You march towards the cave. Well, enter the cave. Deep within the cave, you embrace the dark embrace. You tread softly. Then a sudden dread freezes your steps. Between the flickering torch flames, a monstrous shape appears, the lion beast. Fire from the nether, from the nether, dances amid its golden flames, whilst claws like scythes tear wounds in the earth. Maintain your distance and swing, or draw your blade and strike the lion beast. We'll go with this one. Seems like a logical approach. As you expected, your sword fails you. It's ineffective against the lion. Before you can take a breath, the lion's thunderous roar storms you again. You decide to quickly analyze the cave environment. Let's go with analyze the cave. Just before the lion pounces, you slash with all your strength at the stalactites above. It crashes down on the lion's gaping jaws. It is not over yet. You land on its neck. It lunges to seize you, but your swift dodge forces its claw into a deadly knot around its throat. Seeing your chance, you give a final pull, and the beast strangles itself in frantic struggle. Guess using Environwave was a fine way to do it. I don't know if this would be a negative towards willpower. Saying finally. We'll just agree with this one. The trial has ended. And you drag your exhausted body towards the stream. Clear water cascades down the mountain valley, and the dense forest slumbers quietly in nature's cradle. You rinse blood-stained hands in the water. The clear stream slowly turns red. The birds scatter and the fish vanish. You sense the forest's unease at your presence. Are they afraid of my power? The critters panic, plunges you into a reflection. For the first time, you realize that power can still feel. You desire more power! With no time to rest, you approach the nobleman again. He opposes the second child. What is it this time? Killing a beast, a mad beast, is hardly an achievement. I'm sure you're aware, girl, that all the warriors of Septimos have 2 lives. Kato seemed to have mentioned this before. One by their parents and others by their sword. You may consider the sword in a gladiator's hands as their life in the arena. For your second trial, bring me 100 lives. Yes, prove to me you are worthy of standing in the arena. Turn with disgust as you wave to accept. No, calmly accept. Of course. To get admission pass for Argon, you start the second trial. Day after day, you fight gladiators in Septimon. As your reputation grows, you fight the gladiators in Septimon. They don't care who you are, but they only want to see when you fall. Look, it's the girl again. Didn't think she would get as many wins as she did. Look at that size of her. How will she even carry those swords? Ignore their comments or focus on the opponent before you. Focus on the opponent before me. You have grown used to this kind of noise. The deafening cheers numb your fatigue. Your sword now rests against your opponent's throat. Spare the challenger and wait. No. What? Spare the challenge? Spare the opponent and wait? Nah. I don't know which one fits better here, actually. Sparing the opponent or suppress the desire to kill? Yep, suppress the desire to kill. One by one, the gladiators who challenge grow in numbers. You've defeated, kneel before you, offering their swords, symbolizing their honor with both hands. Raise the steadily plant the opponent's sword into the ground, or raise its sword. Steadily plant it into the ground. Even in Septimont, there's a limit to the opponents that prove a challenge to you. Eventually, you will need to seek out tougher challenges. You've targeted Victor, a frequent champion of Argon from one of the noble houses. Do you have any idea who Victor's father is? His lordship is the largest sponsor of the Argon. Ah, I see. The politics are getting involved. Kill, 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 blood for the blood gun, skulls for the skull. If the fucking little notices started going down the path of, like, it was going into war and, like, horror and danger like that, oh, I'd love that shit. Oh, man, I'd be all for it. Wealth, power, wealth, those aren't things brute strength can rival. Victor has the best mentor, the finest weapon. Indeed. Oh? Indeed. I will simply say that. The house behind Victor comes to you with an offer. A perfect job. It's a stamped proportion with you. Walk away the controller. Rip the contract. You reject the bribe without a second thought. Humiliated, the noble servant spits curses at your face. Respond calmly. Say nothing. Respond calmly. Yes. You ignorant country peasant. Do you know what it means to refuse a noble? You shall suffer your arrogance. When the time comes, don't expect any pity. You won't get any. I, the scion beside the servant. I shall stare at him. Scion silences the rambling servant and tears up the contract. Let's go. There's no point talking sense into an ignorant fool. Then again, I'd appreciate it if you didn't waste too much my time in the arena. I will kill him. They throw a bag of credits as a way to humiliate you, following it up with sarcasm and mocking gestures as they attempt to overwhelm you with their pride. You feel nothing. Should I go with insults? Or should I go with nothing? I just kind of feel like nothing. I will just... I do not care for them. I will show with the battle. In the arena, I shall behead him. Victor Raiche challenges the honor of his nobility to take you. Remember well the haughty face a few ways prior. But the noble wields not only words, but swords. Victor knows nothing about swords. Victor knows nothing. But the noble wields only words, not swords. Victor knows nothing about swordsmanship. You easily defeat his weak, incompetent signs and casually lift his helmet with the tip of your swords. Stare at the watching nobles with contempt. Approach the noble seats. Approach their seats. I have won and I have achieved it without wasting your time. Do you see? Your gilded lies shattered before real strength. Step on his helmet, yes! Based. I could have gone more of the crown bits there, but I don't care. It was funnier to step on the helmet. The crowd erupts in cheers and applause. The nobles, unable to deny your triumph, lower their heads. Based? You return to your lodging to account your trophies. 99 swords, 99 opponents defeated. Now only one life is left to claim. Most gladiators long feared your reputation, do not challenge you, except one. Adriel, the rising star of the underground arena. Unlike you, he was born with a powerful forte. He is undoubtedly the king of the arena. A sword tampered by countless battles is no less sharp. Or I could say, talent no longer matters to me. We'll go with this one, I guess. Yeah. Amidst the chanting of the Amdrill, you arrive as promised. Even the old school nobles are present this time. As always. No, okay, it's fine. Either one is fine. Your opponent, towering physique, dwarfs yours. This is like David and Goliath, I guess. And his crushing presence brings to mind the fearsome beast. After several exchanges, you notice something unusual. The floor is too slippery to gain a foothold. Ari's arm is unusually heavy. All are familiar to the noble's despicable tricks. Anger bursts within you. Keep calm. I will kill them. You shift your pace, luring Adriel into the very sharp trap meant for you. After a few more rounds, his steps grew loose, his reaction sluggish. Now is the chance. Your sword stops just before the neck of Septimus' strongest gladiator. The entire arena falls silent, and almost immediately, the crowd erupts into applause. Stab, stab, stab! Is that so? Is that so? Kill, kill, kill! Right here. Now, Aldra closes his eyes and accepts its fate. Victory is already mine? Well, let's leave it there. Victory is already mine. I can't kill him. I wanted to. I wanted to kill him. We are doing... I wanted to kill him. In front of everyone... Well, you only take Adral's sword, then bow towards the honest. You feel... You feel the people's gaze. Live, live, live. We look back at the crowd and wave. Leave the cheers behind you. That one? Yeah, I wanted to get it up. That was literally just for that. I would have actually walked away if it wasn't for it. Next day you arrive at the old school. Wow, I'm actually trying to get the challenge award or whatever. Next day I arrive at the old school with 100 lives. Adral's merely made of Septonian flesh. Above him stands far greater force. I am ready for the third trial. Your third trial is to learn the blessing of Ardencia, the Lioness of Glory. He never planned to let me pass the trial. I know Ardencia has never tasted defeat. People say it is a peak no humans can reach, the last wall of Septimon. I accept! This is tantamount the insurmountable challenge that stirs your thirst for victory in your blood. You accept the third trial to confront the Guardian. Cool. Oh, we're going right into the next one. On the eve of the trial, you return to the training grounds once again. You wait for Kato. You find yourself... you wait for Kato to stand for the familiar wooden post. It has been your most enduring companion for all your pursuit of strength. Hug it gently. Cringe. Cut it down. Well, not particularly an easy path, is it? Tell me, what did you learn from this path? Strength can instill fear. Strength can instill fear. Strength brings conquest, such is humanity's oldest rule. True, brother. It's only hubris if you fall. Damn straight. Strength, Augusta, I'll be there at your last trial. I will call you your name for all to hear. Thank you. I will not stop here. Okay, I need to get martial and reputation. Is this... Will thank you make it go down? No, it makes it go forward. Okay. Back in your room, you stare blankly... I would have said not stop here, but I wanted the Venice. Back in your room, you stare blankly at the collection of sword trophies that symbolize strength and conquest, but how will you show them to the world? You once heard the tale of a legendary gladiator, a warrior who would always fuse their opponent's sword with their own after victory. You decide to treat the same path and stand before the smithy. Gaze at the flying sparks from the forge smith. I mean, both of them don't really tell the same thing. You wish to demonstrate your strength, yet now you seek to do those with power not your own. Well, after watching the blacksmith hall rise, you see an impractical idea emerges. In the end, you use your forte to forge all the swords into one. Feel the power. Feel the power! Your forte never stands out among other resonators, but seemingly insignificant power is strong enough to forge fire and swing hammers. The day before the trial has finally arrived. You walk to the arena's center with your newly forged sword. The bronze sword blares from atop 12 stone pillars. All eyes are focused on you. She's got the fucking, like, you know, Game of Thrones fucking iron throne. It's just as a sword, though. Everyone is eager to witness how a human will rival the strength of Inosia. Take a deep breath. Survey your surroundings. Deep breath. Suddenly, a rumbling roar cuts through the noise as the noble's banners flutters and fall. A colossal shadow falls across the arena as Inosia... I don't know fucking how I'm saying this properly. Arsinosa? Fuck, I don't know. Arsinosa, a mountain aside, catches your eye. There's a slight ringing in your... No. They are big, and I am bigger. It's awake, a noble shrieked. Arsinosa stands silently opposite you. Eyes slowly open, coldly watching you. Right, rest your hand on the hilt. Stay focused and alert. Focus and stay alert. With a sudden sweep of her tail, the lioness shatters the stone pillar. You roll aside, barely dodging the flying debris. A chill sweeps through the tear in the cloth of your left shoulder. Take the initiative or set up a defensive stance. Take the initiative! I will fight! The screams from the stands are soon drowned out as the lioness's roar. A wave of sound and dust rips through your ears. You can taste blood on your lips. Ignore the pain and tend to the wound later. I do need to reach 100. But I could heal. Ignore the pain! I shall go forward and fight! Her attack comes without warning. You barely have time to react before your sword rises to meet her descending paws. Recall your previous encounters. This strike shall be my all. Recall your encounter from previous battles. Oh, that was a bad move. You manage to stand first attack at the moment. You withdraws. You seize the... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. And flush your bane. The ancient crack in its forehead. A golden blood seeps your reader. Look up at... Oh, shit! I'm losing! I lost so much from that! What the fuck, man? Yuri? It's a fucking monster! Man, I'm annoyed. I lost all that fucking strength. Look up at the big monster. Ceases her attack. Her mane brushes against your bloodstained face before she lowers her head. The arena shakes with applause. You hear the ground. Change your name. I have gained the lioness as a blessing. I have passed the final trial. The voices, they are... Listen to the... Oh, it's going up again. Sorry, like it was like a freaking scene thing. Listen to the waves of cheers. Listen to the waves of cheers. No, it's literally the same. O wise, noble officer, the mighty guardian of Septimus bestowed her blessing upon the crown. Strength, walk up to the steps of Verona, walks up to Verona. Alright, so I have to do both. When the cries of triumph resonate with the earth, we see the fires of humanity blaze across Septimont. After a wave of applause, Septimont salutes me as I advance. Oh, okay, it's the same thing. O sun and moon, witness this extraordinary feat with an epic dedication to Septimus. Take another step forward. As the platform rises, you realize that by earning Aranus' blessing, you have been granted a privilege. They are all bowing to me! You are crowned the champion of the great without the great Argon. Nerveless, you have already conquered countless gladiators' strength. Under everyone's gaze, glory now bows at your feet. Raise your sword, or sounds like a raise your sword. Wow, that's cute art too. At last, you stand atop the summit, the champion. Only now, with the battle fire cooled in your veins, do your wounds raise their voice in protest. She's cute. I like her. And look, she didn't even have big tits back then. She was pretty young when she did this. Damn. And then like the big lion monster is like, you're cool and you got a cool like looking sword and shit. Well, I know they said this was the mid one, but I'm liking it so far. But then again, so was fucking Looper's opening story. You have shattered the decaying order with strength, and through strengths you shall reshape new rules. No more of that bullshit lying and fucking being nobles and stuff. Why is it doing like though I can't see it? You shall ensure your homeland's treasures shall be ever undone. Yet, should these new rules be fooled in might to lose their foundation, will they not fall? The cold whisper uncoils. Should these new rules forged in might lose their foundation, will they not fall? A cold whisper of unease coils your chest. Well then, no time for pointless pondering now. From this day forward, your sword, your honor, 2 lives shall serve Septimont. I did it! Yay! Wow! I'm so good at this. I'm like, I'm pro at murdering. That's pretty nice. It's nice. Her trailer is a one-to-one creation of that. That's pretty good. Okay. Once again, I also point this out. Trailers should be in the anime. I unironically think that because a lot of the context for a lot of characters come from their trailers. I unironically think the trailers, or at least the elements that go into the trailers, should be cutscenes in those in Wuthering Waves, honestly. I think it's really a mistake, a failure to have them outside of the game, because there are people like me who just play the game and I'm not getting the context that you presumably want me to get from the fucking trailers and stuff. But I will say, as a opening to this quest line, just showing me off her one-to-one story, it's pretty good. Now give me a second. I just need to close the window because, I mean, the curtains, because it's getting fucking light on me. It's getting light. I can't see shit. Can't have shit in fucking Detroit. All right. That was good. Oh my god, it's flick. Oh my god, you can't see it on the recording. I mean, on stream. But it's currently flickering at me again. Fuck you, graphics card. Stop fucking up. I do not have the money to replace my graphics card. Can somebody send me the cost of one graphics card, which I believe now is $10,000? Good lord. If I spent $10,000 on a graphics card, I better get the fucking best thing there ever was. I don't even think there's a graphics card worth $10,000. There's like some sort of fucking industrial bullshit for a mega computer. As the listener, what do you make of her narration? Nothing special. I still don't. No, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Straight up. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed it. I appreciate your kind words. Yeah. Are we just... Oh, no. I am a humble wordsmith, spinning verses and rhymes. The essence of poetry is granted by those who defy their fate. Okay. Oh my god, he's gonna confess he loves me. From these words, the knowledge of the Emperor is partial at best. Well, yeah, how are you supposed to know everything? This is just her origin story. The reality of people, events slip beyond their grasp. I do not belong to the pages of the epic, so I remain confined to the observer's gaze. I can't imagine the events and emotion unfold. I can totally create them. Yeah, fair enough. There's some advice for you, though I hesitate to call it such. If you want the truth of the story, step into it. Become part of it. The opportunity stands soon now. What are you talking about? We can play more card games? As I've said before, the tale between you and Augusta, the hero of is only now turning its next page. You know, I will say one thing here. I do wonder what they want me to think of the Emperor there, because the two options you usually got, especially early on in the card game, one of them was you're kind of like a pathetic loser, who's all like, oh, where, I hate all this, it's so bad, you're so mean to me, where? And the other was like, I'm just gonna fucking beat you up and be the best there is. Violence is the ultimate form of authority. Like, those are two very different characters. So which one was the real one? Before playing 3.4.1, you should watch the Animath cinematic or you'll miss out on the crucial information. You know what? If you're hanging out here, just tell me when to watch one and I will give it a watch. That said, when I do get to the end of my discussion on the thing, I'm gonna try and separate the fact that I needed to watch a fucking trailer before I got to that thing. I will point out if there was like, wow, this is great, but only because I watched the trailer. I doubt it'll come to that, but man, I really hate that trailers are necessary to fucking say, yeah, I didn't experience. It's like, yeah, like the last time I was playing this, someone else, you know, last time we were playing this, we talked about it, how like, you know, you need to experience the side content as well. But like, no, I should be able to play just the fucking main quest, damn it. And to be honest, I think it's entirely possible to just make everything fit in the main quest as well, with all the side stuff being just supporting and not necessarily necessary. But, you know, people say they may need it. Meth, yeah, like the one, I don't know who she is, but I'm pretty sure that's the one people simp for, which does not narrow it down at all. If you're going to say you can see the future, I'm not surprised at all, because there's literally a group of people who apparently see the future on this place. Oh my god, he's drawing on himself. Does his mum not get upset about that? Like, he's drawing on himself. It's bad. Your mum's going to be like, oh, I get you clean up before you come home. You can't come home with that filth drawn on you. The rain is passing. I hear it ceasing and the symphony at the earth. How did you know the rain was ending? Oh my god, he's so spooky. Also, you know, it's kind of gross that you have an eye infection and it's just like leaking down like that. It's like, come on, man. Come on, man. Before I leave, may I ask you one more question? What is it that what is it that has lifted Augustus' seat of power? What makes her a ruler? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, fair enough. You're fair enough, little monster, Munchkin. What do I think? It was strength and conquest. It was unyielding resolve. It was born from a hardship past. I would say strength and conquest has a lot to do. Like like both of those are correct. They're all correct, really, in their own ways. But I guess this is what you think is the most important of these things. The dev expect you to watch character trailers before every patch. You get a lot of lore from them. See, I hate that. I fucking hate that. I do not want to be expected to watch or read something that isn't in the game. The motherfuckers should be like, you want me to watch that trailer? Right before I start, it should cut to the trailer. Hard cut, show me the trailer, continue. Do not force me to go to YouTube, you piece of shit. If you want it, here's the thing. Okay, if you want to have like everyone look at the trailer, look, it's all on YouTube, release the trailer before we get to the quest. We get to the quest, the trailer is put into the quest. You know what I mean? Like before the quest starts, you release all your promo, look, the trailer's online, look how great it is. You start the quest, the trailer starts at some point during the quest, maybe early on. You're like, wow, look at this cool trailer. Just as an advertisement in the thing, if that's got its lore. Just do it. I don't care how jarring it is. If you want to put fucking important lore, fucking important foreshadowing that I am supposed to know, put it in the goddamn game. Yes, they should implement it in the damn game. Anyway, I'd say... Let's just say the most important thing was our unyielding resolve, probably. Strength was probably also just as important, but like it's like a head. Yeah, she was like really strong. I mean, what's the fucking answer? Bro went and used strength, and the culture of this place had to accept her, even with like the backhanded moves of nobility. She overpowered those and therefore became like the emperor. Maybe she should have. Maybe the story is going to be about the emperor trying to become immortal. I was just thinking about it because, like, what would be the most simple thing to do? Like, let's say she gets there and she's like, yeah, I fucked over all these people. Now I can save my village and stuff with my power, and I can force her to be strength. And then you go like, maybe I should just okay, because she gets all this power and stuff. Maybe then she could go like, oh, but I'm going to die one day. I'll grow old. My arms will grow weak. My titties will grow saggy, and I'll not be able to have this power anymore, and I'll be defeated. So perhaps the story will be about the Emperor seeking immortality, which is kind of fair. I know like the seeking of immortality is often shown as like a fool's errand or like a dangerous thing, but if you're making an empire and you want to base it on like a central figure, an immortal emperor does an amazing job at holding together like the culture and power of an empire. Just fucking... ask 40k. The emperor was like, you know what? I'm going to have my empire be around for 10,000 years. And he was fucking right. And he's just a corpse at this point on the throne. He's doing a good job. You know what? I hope that it is about her trying to become immortal, because I'd fucking help her. I'd fucking help her. Why not? Why not? She seems like a nice girl, and she has very impressive titties. But your journey will continue. Okay, is he just going to leave because I guess he's not a villain? He's not going to be like, oh, I'm actually controlling everything because I'm a villain who does poetry. I'm a poetry villain. No, he's a villain. Oh, is it the other guy? What? What? What's with this, the blonde boy? Why did he just turn into fucking paper cranes? The Emperor of Mankind was also basically a god in denial. Well, yes. It depends on your application of the term god, but yeah. I don't think he was before, though, honestly. At that point, he was just more of a demigod, if you really think about it. He really only became a god after, to be honest. Like in the way that I would consider him god. Once he's on the throne, I think he became a god through faith and all that other things. But before that, I think his denial was well based in reality. He just really did a bad job of showing off that he wasn't a god by being like, gold's really cool. Let me just appear as an 8-foot tall giant. He was an awful father for sure. You know what? Fair. He wasn't a very good father. But let's be fair here. They weren't very good sons either. You know what? People say the emperor was a bad father, but do you have the courage to say he had shitty children? Do you have the courage to say he has shitty children? Because I do. Your Excellency, you have indulged her too much. As that priest, Luna is far too unruly in both action and word. Is a grace to her title. Senators. She entered the palace unannounced, uninvited, with no decorum. I see. So this is politics inside Septimont. Well, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. True enough. Honestly, I think the best thing he could have done... like, there's a few things that he could have done and differently, but I kind of like... I like the Emperor's story in that. It's very biblical. I really like it. It's, I'm not looking forward to how they're gonna, like, one day do 40k end times, because you know there's some fucking extraordinarily mentally deranged retard at Games Workshop who has been begging to do end times of 40k for the past 20 years, and he's finally gonna get his way one day by, like, just like the inertia of being elevated to a position where he doesn't deserve to be, and being incompetent as shit, and he's gonna start end times, and no one's gonna like it. No one's gonna like it. I'm just telling you right now. Blade in the front. Same as all. So here's the balance we're seeing between the nobility or the class of senators and the emperor. I'd say the emperor probably has more power, and the nobles are just kind of whiny bastards, probably, because, like, you know, they got their shit kicked in pretty early. He started to become a god when his best bro Malcador started the religion worshipping so he could defeat Horus, because by the time he went to kill Horus, he was in the process of becoming god himself. There's a lot of that lore that I haven't, like, looked into and read. Yeah, perhaps then. Like, maybe there's some elements there. I have a problem. I'd love to read the Horus Heresy books, but I have a big problem. My big fucking problem is I already know how it ends, so I'm just kind of going like, well, why would I want to read it? I already know the ending. It will either be the best pay off of the century, or GR will go out on a Kasu solo. You know, no, this is what'll happen. Like, let's be clear here. Once they do a fucking end times, and they're gonna do an end times, don't lie about it. Look at me in the eye. They're gonna do the fucking. They're gonna do the end times. It's gonna happen. Once they do the end times, it's gonna have two results. One, it's so fucking bad, but through inertia, through denial, and depending on how it is, like if they've wrapped up the negatives in some levels of political element or cultural bullshit, you know, like for example, I don't know, having like some really cringy shit happen that might like be like, my God, the Emperor is just like Donald Trump, you know, shit like that. Or if they just make it even, or preferably, rather than that bullshit, it's just like flatly bad and uninteresting and boring, like the fantasy version, like because when fantasy had its end times, it's at the Age of Sigmar, and Age of Sigmar sucks. Like, they'll either go down that path of making it shit, and then after the denial ends after a while, they'll turn around, and whoever amount of time, and they'll say, we're introducing Warhammer 40k Legends, where none of the end times happened, and it's a different timetable. Yeah, that's what'll happen. And then the path will begin again as that horror happens. Everyone will try, like everyone in Games Workshop will try and ignore it, even though they loved it and they did in the first place. And like slowly over time, they'll stay with the same 40k that they went back to in the old world 40k one. Then they'll just continue, and eventually another fucking retard is going to go, oh, wait a minute, why would we do 40k end times again? And then when we're all like 70, they'll do it again. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. It's legitimately going to be a cyclical nature of that. If it's good, though, if it's good, I have no idea what'll happen. Like, that's like the other option, but I cannot fucking imagine what would happen. Like, my brain is like, it's good? What? Like what do we do now? If Dan Abbott writes it, it'll be good. It'll take 3 decades. Plastic crack makes too much money. They'll never end it, though. I honestly prefer if they didn't. I don't need an ending to the 40k saga. 40k is a setting, and I like layers of it being revealed, but I also prefer that there are many, many, many layers of it not revealed. I like the mystery. I like it not telling me everything. And I like it as a setting for multiple other stories that can happen within it. You know, Dark Tide, whatever. The Dark Tide's a bad example because the story was a little bit meh. But all the stories of 40k in 40k, I don't need to be about the Emperor and Horus. I don't need that conclusion. I can be happy with Guardsmen and Space Marines and all this stuff like that. I'm happy to stay there. The old world and end times happens because fantasy made less money than a single 40k army. 40k won't end in end times until the end is near for GW. I don't know. I don't know how much or why that happened. I was under the impression that the end times in fantasy happened as a result of inertia. Basically, they were just kind of pressured to keep going forward because they, like, you know, similar to 40k, but they kept adding more stories of like continuing. They're like, well, we keep making the story roll forward. We gotta reach a conclusion. And I felt that was it. If it was like some sort of Hail Mary to make money come back, I'm shocked because, like, you know, from what I hear, Age of Sigmar has done even worse, at least money wise. But as a narrative, it's terrible, and it's more impressive that it's better that it happened to fantasy though, and I feel bad for fantasy getting pushed into the Age of Sigmar, but it's better to happen for fantasy that they go, oh, we should never end this. We should just always have every story be a heroic, horror-filled mess, and not a go on to Age of Sigmar, or not have a fuck up like that. Honestly, this is my opinion on an ending. If you're going to have an ending, like a true ending, I think the ending should not actually show what happens afterward. Now, here's my reasoning. Let's say you did end 40k. You get to the end of 40k, you should follow through with like the ultimate fight or ultimate battle with like the Emperor and all these other characters and groups. Go for it, build it all up to the ultimate conclusion. Victory or loss, have that moment be that, and like that be like a change of fate. Like perhaps like finally the fate of the galaxy is now no longer in the hands of thirsting gods or horrific monsters. There's a chance to escape. Like that is the end. The ending is simply the Emperor grasping, whether he lives through it or not, the chance for a galaxy that is not in the shadow of thirsting gods. And then just nothing else. Never show me anything more. Leave it at that. I'd be happy. That said, I kind of prefer they just don't do anything because I don't think they can actually efficiently do anything with it. I prefer just the narratives within the 40k universe be expanded on, not the narrative of the 40k universe expressly expand. You know what I mean? It's weird to say. But anyway, let's focus on this fucking random discussion on 40k halfway through the video. Let's not forget that it is not the walls of Captain Hill that command fear. It is my will, my sword, my relentless conquest. Based. I know your fear. You fear priestess's voice drowning out yours and rebel challenging the Senate rule. Ha! Call him out. But listen, your power does not bow to sycophants. Based. Based, Augusta. Based. She's just putting it out there. She's just putting it out there because, like, well, where does power lie? at the fucking tip of a sword, and that has been throughout history. As much as you are sitting in your nice precious widow house with the pawies and the smooth, nice doorways and the news on TV, the truth of the matter is, all power, every single fucking drop of it, is at the point of force. It's just several orders removed. And Augusta is like, yeah, fuck you. Now, playing politics has its place. In here, like playing politics has its place within the narrative of like power. It is necessary, but because Augusta is so powerful and influential, she can just nakedly call out the realities of maneuvering like this. And face yourself and prove yourself worthy. Oh damn! Look at those tits! Holy shit! Did you catch those tits, guys? Fuck me! Band down again! My God! Sorry. Oh, God. Anyway, no, they needed to make major changes to fantasy as a setting, and it basically, for the most part of the setting, time was like, the end is near, and unfortunately, some really bad writing in the novels, the Age of Sigmar is actually going quite strong. Really? Huh. I wish I could catch them all, holy moly. Like, that was crazy. All right, let's take a look at Luna. Whoa. Damn, Augusta. Damn. Damn, Augusta's... Fuck me. Augusta's hot as fuck, and so is... You know? I want... Damn, I got something for you to bite on. I'm sorry. Oh, look at her legs. Look at those. Jesus Christ. I'm simp posting. I am simp posting. Is this the best arc of Wuthering Waves that has ever been? I think it is. Make sure they record every detail of your feet and relay it word for word for Grandmother Ilbit, the current priestess, head priestess. Yuno. Okay, Yuno. Unruly behavior, left Trogon temple without permission, and trespass the Ephraim's palace. Which will lose it first? Libet or you? I like her. Oh, man, she's really cute. Like, they're both really cute and hot. Holy shit, what the fuck? These two are hot. I mean, I like... It looks like... It's almost like both of them are pillars of their groups. Like, you know here is like clearly like a super overpowered priestess with her ability to see the future, which overshadows all the other priestesses. And big old Emperor over here is extraordinarily powerful, which overpowers all of the nobles. If they step into the turn for left foot, I'll shoot the left. Right foot first, I'll shoot the right. She's so hot, it's crazy. This reminds me of how I really like the Golden Girl in fucking Star Rail, in their version of the Greek tragedy world. The Senate should be reminded now and then that Tetragon's kindness is not the reason to take Priestess Luna lightly. Damn, look at that side boobs. Why did you wait there? Everything was just handled. We depart for the hunting grounds. If anything changed, you could have reached to me via my terminal. You don't need to come all the way out here. Until that day, I want you to be free. Okay. Damn. That's probably me! Who is Augusta, my mummy? That is who she is. I actually really like the designs on these two. Yeah, very cute. Very cute. The ship from Laguna won't dock until tomorrow morning. We'll be gone by then. Damn! 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 Alright, Wuthering Waves. Now, there's still, like, many minus points here going on. But you get an extra one here. You get an extra one. You get a +1 here. Damn. Patient Luno. Detective. That's me! Has accepted the invitation, so you'll have plenty of time to meet during the hunt. Can I motorboat? I mean, what? Is there anything else you want to say? That she wants to. She's asking for permission to impregnate impregnate the rover. It's what's about to happen. The sexual tension is too much. What? That sucks. A scroll book carries random visions, glimpse of the flames light. Both the book and the murals within the Cadon Temple are media through which the priestess of Sephiroth conveys prophecies to people. So basically, their plan fails. That sucks. Are you ready to show you go through with this? Risk does not trouble me. Peril simply requires greater strength. Base? Base? But really, when did you start caring about the temple's traditions? That's pretty base, though. Like, prophecy tells you you're gonna fail, and you just simply go, not if I'm really, really tough. Fuck you. That's actually peak. See, I always like stories that go against fate and prophecy. The problem with the stories that go against fate and prophecy is I'm also upset when they fuck up with the prophecy. Like, for example, prophecy says these two are gonna lose, and then she just goes, yeah, no, I'm gonna fight back. And then she, like, goes off, and then she's like, no, I give up. I hate that. But if she goes through and then beats the prophecy, it's like, was it really a prophecy at that point? Although I prefer it being beaten rather than just like her twisting and like giving in. I would never want to give it. I want to see a villain or a character who's told, what you're doing is bad. You should stop. And then she turns around and says, no, I merely do not have enough strength now. Meaning that I need to burn more of my life for this purpose. That's just based. Unos are great. Oh, ye faithless of Septimonus, the divinity is ranged. Should your ruler defy their will again, doom shall feel their fate. Oh, you know how, oh god, if they're gonna introduce the fucking Theoden monster again, he's gonna come with these Rohan cavalry and ruin, like, these... It's gonna ruin this gentle... The story's built it up so fine so far. I got the nice little card game, and now I see two extremely hot women. I'm very satisfied. Don't bring in the fucking Theoden. Maybe... Lately, I've been hearing rumors of nobles again about the ancient prophecy of Raguna. I admit, those words once carried weight. But when our ancestors crossed the waters and climbed these hills, Raguna's divinity didn't get a seat on the ship. Based? Based again. Struggler characters are always great. Gods conspire against you, kill them. True. But here's the thing, though. Gods conspire against you, kill them? But here's the big fucking step. You need to make your character not be crazy OP. Struggler means you must struggle. And that means real struggle, not cringe struggle. Furthermore, your enemies need to be interesting and intelligent, or at the very least interesting. Because a fucking dumb, weak god that's scared of a little human? No. That's cringe. That's fucking sickening. If your big bad, who's a literal god, gets just mogged on Tuesdays by a random fucking passerby, then fuck off. And that's the problem with Wuthering Waves, actually. Their big bad, the Theoden, Roddy's Rohan cavalry, gets mogged every Tuesday. Every arc is just like Theoden being like, no, I'm gonna get you this time. For the most part. I mean, sometimes they use other characters. But for the most part, the Theoden is involved indirectly or directly doing bullshit. And it's not that fun and it's not that interesting. It's such an uninteresting villain, which is ultimately the biggest failure of Wuthering Waves. Despite the fact that I have called multiple other things the biggest failures in Wuthering Waves. Only the hero of heroes with an extraordinary power, risen from the dark tide, shall bring eternity to Septimon. Then shall waters quiet and the tempest still, and the glory return to the blood of the old king. The legendary rule of Septimos, the legend, traces its roots to ancient prophecy where only the one who becomes the hero of heroes can save Septimon from falling from. Oh my god, are we gonna get a crossover with Gilgamesh? King of Heroes there, I suppose. That's a bit different. I guess that's the girl. Do not forget this. This is part of the other part of the prophecy. God, look, you can see her belly there. Holy shit, I've got to stop. I've got to stop. Fabius, Altia, Varia, one after one of these heroes have saved Septimon from the brink of ruin. As long as their hero stands, no disaster can break this eternal seal. I kind of like it. Honestly, being all into strength is so much better. Based. What if it's different this time? What if this time is different? What if ruin is our fate? Well, then that is just it. Then that just means we were failures. Like, what's there to say? We're gonna just give in? If fate says you're gonna suffer and die, are you just gonna like, oh, okay, and sit down like a meek fucking piece of shit? No, you take up your sword and you fucking stab fate in the face. Or at least that's my position on the matter. Base! Alright, I don't know why people are saying this was like a bad arc. So far I'm really happy with Augusta and Linner. They're both extremely sexy. I want, and really, you know, Augusta in particular, I really like her approach of like, I'm just gonna punch things and stab it really good. Damn, look at those tits. Damn. So the fearless princess can be frightened after all. Honestly, which design I like more is kind of hard to call. I know this is gooning hours, but I goon openly here. But it's fine. If you're afraid, don't push yourself. I can handle this later. Fair enough. Wait for my victorious return. Frightened! If anything, I'm trying to You'll come back to me sooner or later. Well, yeah, you're like a super goddess or whatever, and using your powers of fortune. We either die fighting, or we die, or we stride in glorious victory. Yes, pretty much. 100%. 100%. Never, ever, ever, ever accept something like that. If you are given a fantastical prophecy of your ultimate failure, I want you to turn around and say, fuck you, I'm gonna win. Nah, I'd win. Remember the meme? But that's how losers think? That's how losers think. Fucking just lock in. Listen to me. You think your life is shitty? Just lock in. Just tell the universe, fuck you. It's rare for them to actually show off two characters being friends, though. Honestly, like, these two have, like, a nice connection going on. It's rare that they show off two characters connecting. Usually it's just, like, all through the main character. You know, like, the rover shows up, the rover's involved, and it's all, like, directed and reflected into the rover. Like, two characters talking is a rarity. Oh, she said thank you. Oh, she's hearing whispers. Has she got schizophrenia? Based. I love my schizophrenic Caesar. Lead me to the future, schizophrenic Caesar. I'll follow you anywhere. Holy shit, look at it. What? Okay, wait, okay. This is... Guys? Am I the only one? I didn't think tits were that jiggly. Like... Is it that windy that the hair is moving? Sure, understandable. Tits jiggling from just the wind? Girl? How heavy are they? Like, not at all? Like, not at all heavy? The best way to greet a storm is to walk straight into it. Oh my god, Augusta. Augusta's so peak. Fucking based. Fucking based. I'm just here. Tornado water currently in effect, kind of just like jiggling around. Good lord. I don't know, man. I'm just looking at fucking Augusta, and all I can seeing is based. Based and extra based. Oh, I finished the segue of the quest. So now there's a new part of the quest. Ooh, but yeah. Alright. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. So, once again, here's the thing, though. Once again, Wuthering Waves is doing a decent job of the opening. It's doing a decent job of setting up things. We've got a good lore opening. We've got good characters with good chemistry, extremely sexy, 10 out of 10, that's what matters most. But the lore and the way they've shown off the characters for this individual section has been very fun. But where is the next step? And in fact, even though we've still got like just 2 minutes left there on the clock for the stream usually, I think I'll leave it here because I think it's a good time to stop before I go into the next like whoever long fucking super cutscene. And yeah, I find myself enjoying these openings. I find myself locked in and like invested in these characters. Just like I was with Lupa. And yet, I've seen what they've done before with Lupa. I've seen what they've done before with their narratives that they start off building up carefully, is that they introduce all the other bullshit that is tainted and poisoned, but that they have to bring in all those other characters, all those other bullshit, and they drag it in here. One day the WoW devs will lock in. No, I think the problem is that they will lock in, but I think they will be locked in a room with just a stinky, massive, overpriced pile of shit. Because right now, if we can be a bit more metaphorical, the WoW devs are building a house. They're building a house, and they've built the frame of the house. Now they've gone inside and they're building the rooms. The frame of the house, the initial opening, was the lore, the backstory, all of that wider element. And it's fucking awful. So in other words, they're building a room, and no matter how nice the room is, as they build it up, they put the nice wallpaper down, it's not taking away from the stink that they used feces for wall plaster. The nice desk, the fluffy bed, doesn't take away from the pile of dead fish that was used in place of a air duct system. The extraordinarily beautiful tapestry doesn't take away from the slime that has infested it dripping from the roof. That is what Wuthering Waves is to me. So the day that beautiful room is perfectly made is the day I will still be upset and sad, because they can't escape those fundamental factors. They must bring them in. And perhaps, to the extent that they can ignore those greater elements that they've made up in the past, they will make a story I'll like. Perhaps they will make an individual narrative and tale that I enjoy, that I can just slightly have to cut, like, you know, a little bit, to ignore the grander connections to this shit pile of a house. You understand my meaning? But that is not today. We haven't reached the shitty Yeon yet, but perhaps this one might be the good one. I mean, I know people have told me that it's a mid one, but so far the starting has been fine and I've enjoyed the opening. Let us hope that continues into the next part. But thank you for hanging out, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure you check out my videos. Make sure you share that hilarious clip of me saying horrible things that is going to get me on a Google Doc one day, because I really want to get on that Google Doc. I know saying that is going to come back and bite me in the ass when I do get in a Google Doc, but I just want to get mentioned. You know what? I don't even mean the main target. I just want to be in the margins, you know, just in the margins. So make sure you check out the videos, check out everything else, help me out on Patreon. Thank you for all your donations today, which was rare. I mean, thanks a lot, guys. I mean, I usually don't get... I know that was just a shit post because you guys wanted to check out that fucking stupid thing, but thanks for hanging out. Thanks for donations. It's all very helpful. And I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, and I'll catch you in the next one.